Cause I'm back, y'all, and I'm ready to go. Nobody likes it, it's still the name of the show. Yeah. The podcast that is writing history now. On the top of the charts and everyone talks about. I know that the players might not be the same, but sarcastic humor is still the name of the game. You know who they are and who I'm talking about. You know what I mean, so you better shout out now. Nobody likes onions up in your hizzy. Nobody likes onions, learn it to like. It ain't easy. Nobody likes onions, still in your motherfucking hizzy. Nobody likes onions, just by the name the girls get busy. They started at 2 and now they're more than 5. They got bigger and better, coming at you live, bashing everybody just to get in the mood. Still talking about TV and food, and if a good old name calling is what you need, tune in for the bad podcast of the week. At Nobody Likes Onions up in your hizzy. Nobody likes onions, learn it to like. It ain't easy. Nobody likes onions, still in your motherfucking hizzy. Nobody likes onions, just by the name the girls get busy. Just by the name the girls get busy. This ain't entirely true though. Live it at Patrick.
Hi everybody, welcome to Friday night. You know, I didn't want to do this. I say that every time now. I didn't want to do this. You guys draw me in here with your tweets and your messages. But it's okay. I got a lot to talk about tonight. I got a lot of information delivered to me today. And to be honest with you, I don't know how to disseminate said information. Is that a proper way to put this? I'm waiting on hearing back from a few people about some things. But I've gotten a preliminary report from my private investigatory contact. And I believe I know the truth of the caper. Now, whenever you're doing these kind of dances around legal things, and you know, you got many parties at play. I'll say that we got a lot of different fingers in the pie, so to speak. But know this: I've been accused of. First of all, Again, a lot of you guys, this new crop of dopes coming over here I find to be very obsessive and spazzy. And I really need you to dial that in for me. Thank you. There's like... if I didn't know better, I'd swear to God they were bots. There's like certain of you on Twitter that I'll get in and mix it up with people here and there, but there's some of you guys on Twitter that it's like, do you have anything in your life to go do? Clayton says my brother watched your show around 2007 or so. Lucky your brother. The first great era of Nobody Likes Onions, 2007, 2008, 2009. Some say. Look, there's a lot of shit popping off tonight. Aaron tweeted some, Aaron M. Holt, curator and overseer of Steel Toe Morning Show. tweeted some article about some guy from Texas who went up to Seattle and killed a podcaster and her husband, broke into the house and shot them both. You know, and I say this as I stare at a car parked across the street from my house. It's been there for several hours. I don't want any of the listeners of this show to get the idea publicly, privately, in any way that I would ever endorse you going to people's houses, doing things to people's cars, fucking with people's kids, calling people's places of work, unless it's Steel Toe. You know, me calling into the Steel Toe show, I don't consider some crazy crossing of a line. They have a phone number, right? They take calls. I can't call into the show. If the phone lines are open, I should be able to call into the show. Unless you're just not taking calls. Look, he didn't take the call. He didn't even look at his phone. That's fine. So be it. I wasn't mad that he didn't answer. Why are you mad that I called? So he's very upset that I called his number. And now he's got his Discord server people plotting to flag every time I'm live. They said no matter what, flag when he's live for harassment and bullying. And then somebody dug up, I tweeted all this stuff today, NLO, follow us over there. And if you're watching now, by the way, give us a follow, hit the bell, give us a thumbs up, all that stuff. So you don't miss when we go live. A lot of times I go live very sporadically, like today, less than an hour's notice. So we have Aaron going around saying, harass Patrick, get his accounts taken down. I would never I'm not even saying if you were wronged by this scam to go do that. It's up to you. I've said that if I were you, I would. If I was just a yokel who'd been scammed by this, I would. And I'd feel no shame about it. That's just honest. I'm not telling you what to do. You're an adult. I'm an adult. I'm not in charge of you. I'm not your dad. Do I think it's funny if he loses his account on YouTube over running an illegal lottery scam? Yes, I do. I find that very LOL. But again, he did break federal laws. So it's not like, oh, this guy's playing videos of me and zooming in on body parts and appendages. That's not bullying. You do a show, right? You broadcast it. You're mad somebody watches it. You're mad that somebody runs an alternative chat where people can talk about you. You clearly, gatekeep everything allowed in your chat, everyone allowed in your chat. People pay $20 with comments. You won't read them because you're too sensitive. The word onion is banned in your chat as if Ratatouille was going to come in and expose a recipe. So, I find it to be a very, very funny world when everyone in this community is running around afraid of onions, potatoes, and corn. It's the Thanksgiving from hell. It's very fucking weird, is it not? So that's where I'm at. I want people to know we're watching this guy. We're asking earnest questions in his chat room that drive him insane. And what makes it all funny is his reaction to it, not what we get done to him. And please, at least if you're going to call yourself an onion and be a part of this team over here permanently, if you're not just here for the waffle, if you're here for the week just to hang out, I get it. A large portion of you are. You're just here for the Chad stuff. You're just here for the Aaron stuff. And then you'll beat it. That's great. Elevate yourself a little bit while you're here, okay? Because I don't want people running around here acting like the tards on Twitter. It's very cringe and embarrassing. There's some chick, she was in there earlier. She probably fucking wore herself out, and now she's taking a nap. Dental Fairy or something. she can't get over the fact that sometimes I turn my chat to members only. It's like, because when it's open to everybody like this, I don't even look over at, like, you know, I can't be bothered to keep up with this scrolling. You guys are insane. It's nonsense over here. Half of you are just using the N-word. Like, and it's fine. Hey, if that's your screensaver, go for it. Don't act like I got to be involved in that. Oh, yeah? How come you're making your chat members only? To make money. What? You guys act like it's evil all of a sudden to monetize your content. Like, that's not what we're all doing. Another person was like, ooh, Mike David lubed up your asshole. And now Carl from Who Are These Podcasts is about to hammer it in. And it's like, first of all, these grown men are going to be spending time in my asshole, is it? Are you guys okay? Second of all, we watched Who Are These Podcasts making fun of guys. That, you know, those guys just set up an old dais and roast. That's great. That's great. You're not ready for what Carl's going to do. Is Carl going to pull up clips of me and roast me? That's great. That's what we're doing, dummies. Oh, you're not going to walk right for a week, bro. I'm not going to walk right for a week from a roasting of clips. I've been yelling in this microphone for 17 years. I'd be offended if somebody didn't clip it. Bex, clip it. I just love it when KB yells that. Homie, you're drunk. I'm drunk too. I know. I'm absolutely not drunk. I promise. I haven't been drinking all week. I can't, I can't. So I do want to put that out there. I have proof he's endorsing this, letting his fans discuss how to attack this show, flag this show, get all of our content flagged and taken down. I have the screenshots of it. So he's allowing that. Somebody find a conversation where I've endorsed that or tried to organize an attack on his channel. You don't go flag his channel for doing a show. We're not trying to change the format of this man's show. It's great. It's set up like a golf tournament. Just a webcam above a folding table aimed down at two broadcasters doing their thing. A couple of pros. I ain't trying to change that one bit. I just care about the lottery scam. Shut that down and we're all good. Like, we got a guy here who, like, again, I don't give a fuck what anyone says or what you read or that I encouraged or that I said. Everyone's out of their goddamn minds and you're all tarded. Like, not retarded, tarded. You don't even get the full word. It was tarded. You all just believe whatever the fuck you're told. Find the clip of me organizing the cancellation of this guy. And if you can't tell the difference between when I'm joking around and being hyperbolic when I'm screaming something in the middle of a goddamn bit, I don't even think there's that. Go find it. Send it to me. Show me. And I sure wouldn't advocate anybody reporting this guy just because I'm against him. I'm against him. I'd love to see him falter. But when he goes live and just doing a show, there's no reason to report him. That's insane. And that's what he's encouraging. The guy who screams and rails against that. Again, find proof of me ever endorsing that shit. It doesn't exist. So I want to get that out of the way up top. Fuck you guys. None of my guys are doing that shit. We don't have to. The guys we're picking to go after on this program, I know you guys all think I'm clout chasing and stuff. Believe me, if I'm clout chasing, I go after bigger topics like steel toe. He's trying to rope Brendan Schaub into a thing. Like, I'm not worried about Brendan Schaub. And when we do talk about Brendan Schaub, I don't tag him and make a clip out of it and go, No. I saw my friend Chad in a fight with this guy. Started paying attention to it, realized Steel Toe is a fucking grifter and a boob, and started making fun of him. It's not my fault he's in this universe. It's all tied into this other stuff. You think I want to be a dabbler? Again, no. You think I'm afraid to be made fun of by a guy who does a podcast making fun of podcasts? No. It's the internet. It's called the internet. Welcome to it. This is how it works. So get it together. Woo. Just a lot of stuff. And then I get 5 messages to links to podcast. You know, if I get one more link to a podcast, they're talking about you. They're talking about you. It's like, great. Great. Come watch. It's like, it's 8 p.m. on a Friday night. You think I'm going to drop everything and run into a chat room and watch a guy talk about me? Anyone who does that is a loser. And here you all are. No, I had to put my dog to bed. And then I'll come in here and rant. A lot of new clips tonight. And I will just say this up top as well. I will not be giving out what I know. Spoiler alert. I'm not pulling back the curtain tonight because well, it's complicated. So for people who've been following, I'm in communication with a private detective, private investigator, who has taken the last 2 days to scavenge records, phone records, police records, hospital records, personal records of parties involved, cell phone records, you know, everything that can legally be done. And tonight I received an initial report. There's more being, we're waiting on more, which is why I'm not blowing it up. But I do want to be very clear. You know, I'm being told, you know, I'm being accused on Twitter of like, I know you're on Chad's side, but just check this out. I know you think this, but check that. No one knows what I think. No one. I'm not on anybody's side except the truths. Honestly, we're going to find, I pretty much know what happened. And that's not, you know, I wasn't there. Like physically, I don't know. Like the blow by blow. But, you know, there's a lot of parties involved. And what I will say is like, stop harassing people, stop blaming people, stop blaming Kumia, stop blaming Chad, stop blaming Steel Toe. Everyone, just wait. This will come out. It's very, 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 very easy and traceable to find out what happened here. That's what I'm going to say. I didn't do any magic tricks. I just put some money under the situation and got it done quicker. And I will say to the people involved who do know what happened, please reach out to me. Because I'm going to say what I know. This isn't a tease. I'm not trying to like extend this, but I'm putting together a little bit more. And I'm speaking directly to you, the people who are involved in this. People, wherever you are. I know. I don't know everything, but I know. So I'd talk to me to just, this doesn't have to be crazy. This doesn't have to be crazy. You know, and I don't even know how to signal to this person that I'm not bullshitting. Because I get it. A lot of people, especially who are new to this, you know, channel and to me, I get it. I'm going to play devil's advocate. This is a great bullshit. You go, I'm hiring a detective. You wait 2 days. You go, I know everything. I would cop to it if I were you. I don't care whether you cop to it or not. I don't know everything. I may not know everything ever. But I know, and just reach out. I know it's awkward. I know it's weird. Let's just figure this out together. We'll come up with a way to issue a press release. It doesn't have to be this complicated because, you know, if a private guy can find out what I found out, if a member of the public can find out what I found out, anybody could find this out. The police are definitely going to find it out. Right? Have your PI contact them so they know it's not BS. $100 to spill the beans right now. You're crazy. You're crazy. But I would like to just know what the fuck's happening. That's what I guess that's a great way to put it. What's going on? Because it's there is more there is more. But I have some inquiries out personally that I've reached out to people, and the PI has now hired a sub PI that performs some different services. I'll just say. And you know, I'll say this, you know, I promise you, no loyalties. I tell you exactly what went down. I promise you. I can't. So that's where we're at. We're days away from, don't text me about this. I'm not going to tell you shit. So knock it off with all the texts. Yeah, I can't comment on any of the questions in the chat room right now. Oh, fuck. You don't want to know. You can't handle the truth. Yeah, so that's what I want to say. I didn't want to lead anybody on thinking like at the end of the night I'm going to tell everybody. I'm not going to tell everybody what I know today. And you can get mad about it or say I don't know anything. I want to give the people involved in this a chance to tell me what the fuck. And if not, we'll just do it. We'll just do it. I'm not even gonna read the chat because I can't. I'll react, I'll do something, I'll say something, and was it Tom Brady's pool boy? Zumock gate just keeps getting more interesting. Pat, you got nothing. You're stalling. You're right. I'd leave if I were you. Was a chain involved? So yeah, maybe another day, maybe another 24 hours. By the time this video makes the rounds, the appropriate people or persons will have heard it, and I give the opportunity for you to reach out to me. And look, even if we've never talked, If you don't have my number, it's easy enough to get. If you don't have the ability to DM or, So it's not an excuse. Patrick at nobodylikesonions.com. I have it. I know what's what, at least. And I will be releasing it publicly. It's not, I might, if you don't tell me. I'm going to tell it because I said I would tell it. I said I would tell it, so I'm going to tell it. I'm not going to reach out to you personally because I'm not going to. I have reasons. I'm not going to reach out to you and just ask you for comment or clarification. You can either take what you know about me, motherfucker, and wager that I'm bluffing and be like, he doesn't know shit, and wait, and we'll just release it, and then it'll be, a thing. And by the way, what I know doesn't, it's just what was able to be found. It's just what was found and what wasn't found, and what the investigation yielded. It doesn't point guilt at anybody. I have to say all this, because legal. Your mic is cutting out when close. What? You think it cuts out when I'm close? Was E-Rock involved? No. The money line is the Stonies guy. The green parakeet flies in the daytime. Look, I just like if it was I'll just say you don't need to worry about it either way because it's very obvious. And again, anybody can go find what this guy found. Now, we're working on some additional corroboratory evidence. But it's going to be good. It's going to be interesting. I'll tell you that. It's going to be good. I would just encourage everyone to back off everyone. That's my advice. Everyone stop pointing fingers. Everyone back off everyone. And just wait for it. And let the chips fall where they may. You know what I mean? Midland Armory is the real winner here. We got some new videos to go over. I'd like to go over this morning's struggle session a little bit because I don't know what's happening now. Opie did it. He blamed it on Kumia. That'd be brilliant, wouldn't it? Okay, we got Bubba the Love Sponge interviewing Aaron M. Holt. This is 2 years ago. And I've been told that Bubba just shits on him the whole time. We also have, I've never seen this one, the boxing, Aaron M. Holt's boxing match. Apparently he gets knocked out in 52 seconds by a teenager. And that can't be a good look. I doubt after that match your sweetie pie is sliding off her seat, you know? And, of course, there's a lot on the Reddit. I was told that a lot of podcasts are talking mad shit about me tonight. And if I catch anybody fucking doing that, don't think I won't immediately storm over there and beat that ass. So what do you guys want to watch first? The Bubba the Love Sponge interviewing him, going cringe. Because you know him with Kumia was really cringe. So he loves radio heroes. Or we could watch the boxing match. Which one do you guys want to watch? Steel Toe is incredibly angry at you. Wow. I had no idea. Why though? Like what? Where's the like? This guy's crazy. Just do your show. Put your chat away. Like he doesn't trust the mods. And then April even said it on today's show. Like on today's show, April goes, "Do we not trust the mods anymore?" And he looks over at it. It's like, whoa. So I want to be very clear to Aaron, both publicly and privately. And again, anybody who has any evidence otherwise of me trying to get you to do something or organize something, post it, dummies. Post it. Post me being a shady, shitty guy behind the scenes trying to get something done to this guy. Post it. It doesn't exist. Again, I promise you it's just way easier to be consistent and honest. Just do that. So, leave Aaron alone. Go into his house, fucking with his car, his work, trying to find out where his kids go to school or what ex-wife's information. Like, what are you doing? Why do you need to know anybody's information? The guy who sent me, all the info on his house and photos of his house, it's like, what is this? What am I supposed to do with this dossier, you fucking creeps? And they're all just low IQ, super stupid, supporters of these, and both sides, by the way, both sides. Like Muttering Jay, you need to take a goddamn Ambien. I like you sometimes, but goddamn, you'll sit and just argue with people all goddamn day on the internet. Who cares? Who cares? And then on the other side, you got guys like Cornpole, who, is not afraid to load up on Chris sandwiches and drive down here. This guy cannot do a video without shoving food in his face. So we're not doing that kind of stuff. Let them do that. They're literally over there in their little Discord organizing hate. They're literally on their little Facebook group organizing hate to go dox and to go get channels canceled. That's what they're doing. I've seen the screenshots. They're doing that. April and Aaron and their fans, and they're allowing it and encouraging it and letting their fans organize those movements. Again, find me doing that. Do I laugh and clap when we get a guy calling in saying nobody likes onions is the best? Yeah, that's funny, man. That's funny. What's funny is you freaking out and hanging up and April sighing and covering her face. I mean this. She needs to quit. She's got to quit. She's not built for this. This is 8 months in. And again, I'm a guy with standards. I'm a guy with morals. I'm a guy who has lines. I'm not after your children. I'm not posting your personal information. I'm not doing anything to your real life. I'd like you to stop scamming your listeners. And other than that, we're streaming your show and talking about it live. Those are the crimes I'm guilty of. I don't try to get anybody to bully you. We post pictures of you on the internet. We make memes. We stream streams. And then you have to go, the cope you make up in your head where you're over there this guy streams 8 hours a day. It's like you stream 8 hours every day. Every day. Don't worry about what I do. Don't worry about it. And your social blade is hemorrhaging, dog. Fuck. You're going backwards now. You stayed steady for days. It looked like you might hold in there, but then you today, oh God, it was the bloodiest day on the market for you, dog. Fucking look at this, everybody. I called it the other day too. I said it was the beginning of a backslide, and boy, it's begun. He's back to 9.19 now. So he's back to March 1st numbers. And he started struggling on March 4th, Saturday. Does anybody know what happened around March 4th or 5th? Any clue? What started happening around then? Oh, Melton started watching. And it got in your head, and you couldn't handle it, and now every show you have to mention it. Every show. You ran from Chad Zumock. Every show, several times, you have to do this lap around this crazy, crazy cope. So your listeners are starting to smell blood in the water. You keep drawing attention to it. I'm not even afraid to bring it up. You keep sending people to me. Oh, yeah, the illegal lottery we're running, according to Nobody Likes Onions. And then people go, Nobody Likes Onions? What's the name? Oh, he's running illegal. Oh, this is how it all works. And by the way, I try to make it hard to find out. Every one of my videos is 9 hours long. You'd have to really listen through to even pick up on any usable information. This is just drivel. But yet the word is getting out. People are dropping off. And again, if the numbers are going down in views, if the numbers are going down in subscribers, if the numbers have to be going down in memberships, if the numbers are going down in memberships, the numbers are going down in super chats. It will become harder and harder to hit the goal as you make less and less, and you're losing numbers. In April, you're a GM, that sweet, sweet girl. She's going to start noticing that trend. She's going to go, we're making less than ever. I'm getting more hate than ever. Our whole grift has been revealed. We can't run our prize nights on YouTube, which is our most lucrative place to run prize nights. What is this all for? What is this life for? I wish I would have stayed at the factory, but Aaron didn't let her stay at the factory. So it's all coming to a head over there at Steel Toe. I can't imagine the man who makes his wife take out the trash, do all the merch, not allowed to pick movies, not allowed to have any say in the show. The ego on this man that the Steel Toe Morning Show's entire social media, Twitter, is just at Aaron Emholt. It's not at Steel Toe Show or anything like that. It's at Aaron Emholt. He's already set up for the divorce. You know what I mean? How does that work, by the way? Is there a prenup? All these questions and more, we will find out as their marriage crumbles. Keep watching the Steel Toe divorce roadmap unfold before your eyes. I was sent a clip by another one of these fucking idiots on Twitter. Just, spent nine tweets yipping at me, and then I happened to see one of them had a nugget of information that might be useful. But if you were a better communicator, maybe you could get your whole point across with a link to the information in one tweet. You wouldn't have to just be like, you're Chad's bitch. It's like, I'm not. Chad won't answer my texts. Chad doesn't, we're not close. I know he is taking credit for my discovery now. That's real roller coaster stuff. I got a link to Rover's Morning Glory. This is a morning show up in Cleveland, I guess, where Chad used to work. And they recently were talking about this situation. And there's some interesting stuff in here.
Anything. Like his mom. Yeah, you can't at that point. You have to keep going with it. It looks like this sign, I don't know. It looks like it says, come in.
Come on in. That's why you came in. Come on in. Please don't stop no matter what. Look at the Lex.
Don't have a key. Please use your foot.
Yeah, it says please.
I thought it was queued up.
I can't tell. I don't know what it says. But anyhow, there you go.
Don't charge him.
Crazy. I don't know what the backstory is. Don't charge him?
No,
Do you
don't
think the
charge him.
$200 is going to cover that damage?
Yeah, he's a contractor. Can he?
What
do
the
it
fuck? This was queued up.
Let this guy come back?
Yeah, let him come back.
Sure.
Fix the frame up, you know.
Uh-huh.
End of story. Let bygones be bygones.
866-YO-ROVER. We'll be right back on Rover's Morning Glory. Hang on.
Oh, I think this is it. They come back from the break.
Hey, it's Doogie here for Window Nation. Have you noticed your energy costs have been rising dramatically? Nationwide energy
God.
price materials.
You couldn't even
which is
get
why
sponsors.
Rover's Morning Glory.
Mister, someone wants to know if you had that blind rage when you attacked someone with a butter knife or almost attacked someone with a butter knife in a bathroom of a restaurant.
Yeah, that's kind of close to it, sure.
So you just, you had no self-control?
I guess I did because I didn't stab him, so there's some sort of...
Yeah, Citizen M got banned, I think, from Steel Toe's chat for giving me the Steel Toe call-in number. This is how paranoid Aaron is now. Aaron's like losing his mind over there. Who cares, you know?
sort of control.
What was the backstory? You ran into your now wife, her ex?
What the
or
fuck?
something?
This was all queued up.
Her ex-boyfriend who didn't treat her well.
I
was
hate
there
morning
at
show.
Denny's. I don't know. Good question. That's
You like moons over Miami?
Station a long time ago, and
Here we go.
he with a line for you, Snitch. But speaking of funny guys, someone sent me a. So we talked about this guy you used to be on in the afternoons in our flagship station,
Chad
a
Zumock.
long time ago, and he's now claiming that two guys randomly jumped him. And after they beat him up, they yelled out, "Don't F with Kumia," who is another former radio guy from 100 years ago. And I found it very unlikely that actually
Kumi is
happened,
just another
considering
radio
that this
guy from
Chad
100
Zumock
years ago.
character had claimed exactly the same thing about me approximately 8 or 10 years ago. I don't remember. He called the police and made a police report that he was, again, jumped by two guys randomly, no forewarning. They beat him up. And after they beat him up, they yelled, "That's for Rover." And his allegation that he made to the police was that I paid two goons to beat him up, which is just so... I mean, does that even happen in real life, or is that just in the movies? I mean, who would... It's just so ridiculous. So this guy has a history of making ridiculously outlandish claims. He has some sort of, in my estimation, he's mentally ill. But he posted, we talked about this yesterday, he's posted a response that he says, "Someone texted me today and sent me a DM that Rover's show did a 25-minute segment yitting on me. That's exactly two people, and only two people, that contacted me about it." First of all, don't believe that, but back in the day when he would mention me, my inbox would be flooded, so that's not a good sign for WMMS and their viewers. The fact that Rover, if he's still actually talking about me 10 years later, is so sad on every level. Now, that's the part that I actually find very rich. Is irony, is hypocrisy lost on this guy? This is a guy who, in the video piece we played last night, when he's making this ridiculous claim, when we played it yesterday morning, he's making this ridiculous claim that he was beat up over some radio beef. Then mentions in that video how he's been going after a guy named Maxwell who was on the radio 15 years ago. And he's bragging about how he keeps going after it. But yeah, in this post, "If Rover's still actually talking about me 10 years later, it's so sad on every level." I mean, I just can't believe this guy.
Just to remind you real quick, here's the little part.
That's why I warned him. I go, "Stay the away, dude. I get in. I've been going after Maxwell in Cleveland for 15 years because he started doing that shit."
But the fact that if I bring this guy up, it's so sad on every level. He says, I guess, let's see, we're not talented or interesting enough for content, so we have to follow what he's doing. Oh, yes, we hang on every word that the guy does on his podcast for 5 people. No, somebody sent it to me, and they remembered. They go, did this guy make this phony baloney claim about you? Yes, he did. I guess helping exploit and facilitate in the suicide of their former phone screener for content was their peak moment for content. So
just to get everybody up to date, and thank you, Crumbum, $10 super chat says, is this Steel Toe? No, this is Rover's Morning Glory out of Cleveland, I guess. And he's saying that about 9 years ago, Chad Zumock made up a story and went to police and told them that Rover had hired 2 guys to attack him and say, that's for fucking with Rover. So it's kind of like the same narrative, right? So Rover's saying this guy's full of shit, Chad Zumock, full of shit. And you'd have to be crazy to believe his lies. He's mentally ill. He's obsessed. He can't let things go. And he is prone to making up wild stories of fantasy involving violence perpetrated on him by his perceived enemies. That was a fun O&A radio war. Maxwell. Chad loves interacting with cops. Damn, how many Jesse Smolletts? Well, I heard the radio. I figured it was Steel Toe. Oh, man, it's true. Don't mess with Rover. So, yeah, if this is true, this is a very damning piece of testimony, I would say. Do with it what you will. Think of it what you will. My inclination about all the well, I can't really say anything anymore because I kind of know what's going on. Continues about the suicide for some reason.
So how, this is the claim he's making. I'll address this. How did I facilitate in the suicide of our former phone screener? What did I do to facilitate that? Absolutely nothing. In comparison to this guy, if you'll recall, when things started going downhill for this Zumock guy, actually, they've been going downhill a long time, but when people really started getting on his ass was when text messages were published. Do you recall this, Charlie? And it was a girl who had some mental issues, who was an acquaintance of this Zumock, and he relentlessly texted her numerous times, just boom, 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 machine gun texted her. Commit suicide. You'd be better off dead. Everyone wishes you were dead. Do the world a favor and just kill yourself. It will be better for you and everyone around you. Do you recall those text messages, Charlie?
Yeah, and he's just like, text or emails, and he's just like, no, seriously, like, just do it. Like, seriously, just go ahead. The world would be better off if you just went and did it. Please. I mean, nobody would really care that much. Don't worry about it.
It would be better for your family or your boyfriend or whoever if you were dead. I'm the suicide facilitator. This guy is mentally ill. I mean, it really is. I don't know if it's sad because the guy's such an incredible dick. I mean, he's really just one of the worst people that I've ever come across in all of my years. He's really just a huge a-hole. And I say that in all sincerity. I've met a lot of a-holes in my life, but very few of them are like, man, like, he takes it to a whole new level.
He also did an entire podcast once.
Somebody's saying he's made, Zumock's made Reddit accounts and made crazy unhinged posts that Rover show with only info he would know. Oh, fucking hell. I have a feeling it's too damning, and NLO doesn't want to be the one to break the news until he gives Chad a chance to come clean. I want to give whoever knows more about this a chance to come clean. The person or persons responsible who can clear this up are out there and will see this video. Look, again, I don't care. Like, think that I'm bluffing and don't know. I'll come out and tell it in the next day or two, probably Sunday night. So Rover hates Chad. Got it. Yeah. $2 super tap from Joe Martinez. Chad could clear this all up by showing the DM. Yeah, you could clear this all up by showing a lot of things, but Chad said he shouldn't have to do that. Doesn't really. He can't stop showing you the eye. The one piece of the most obvious, unhideable evidence. He can't stop taking his glasses off and showing you the eye. If there were texts and a hospital bracelet or a piece of paper with a logo or an incident report, or all these things could clear it up. But he says he shouldn't have to. I just know Chad loves to show things off. So come on, Chad. Kevin and Bob beat Chad up. Chad has poor attention to detail. Well, that's what most of the people messaging me theories are saying, like, he hasn't really told us anything. We don't really know any details about this stuff. It's very, circular logic and dodgy. It's possible he's concussed. I know several bipolar people, and he could be that. Could be multiple personalities, too. All right, calm down, Doc.
So somebody had messaged Nads, who died, who's dead.
Our former phone screener,
yes.
who he's talking about, who I somehow facilitated.
Well, yeah. So
his suicide way after he left the show. I was somehow, I snuck in, and maybe he thinks that's normal to email people and say, "Kill yourself, do it. We'd all love it if you kill yourself. Kill yourself." Maybe he thinks I did that.
So so somebody messaged Nads once, said, "Hey, you ever going to do a podcast?" And then Nads replied something along the lines of, "I'd love to. I'm just trying to find the right person." And then the person replies, "Would you ever do one with Chad Zumock?" And then Nads just wrote the word never. That's it. This sent Chad into a spiral where he did an entire podcast about what a loser drug addict Nads is.
Really?
On and on and on. 15 minutes, I believe, just on and on and on about what a absolute loser, heroin addict, piece of crap, piece of garbage Nads is, that he would be lucky to be able to do a podcast with him. So did you ever call, I know we had to let Nads go because he was doing drugs. Did you ever call him a loser, drug addict, heroin addict, piece of trash? You ever do that, Rover?
Well, not publicly, maybe privately to him. I said, "Dude, you're a drug addict. Knock it off. Get a hold of yourself."
Maybe knock it off was thrown in there too, but he was just doing a podcast just to say what a piece of garbage Nads was.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. The guy is he's just a
liar. He's a liar and just makes up. He lives in his own reality.
But isn't it almost fascinating by how out of touch with reality this guy? And he goes, in this post, he goes, "I haven't heard of Rover for the past 2 years, probably because you were facing 5 felony charges for identity fraud, credit card. But you're probably in the clink. It's hard to watch the show when you're in the clink."
And the fact that only 2 people messaged him, maybe nobody likes you, Chad. Maybe there's only 2 people that like you anymore. What does that mean?
Isn't it? It's almost mind-boggling.
And if you don't care, and it's not a big deal, why make a whole post about it?
So, well, anyhow, so I find it.
I'm going to try to find these text messages, and we can kind of read them over if anybody has those. Do you guys have those?
I know we put him up at one point many, many years ago, but I'm the bad guy who is somehow encouraging people to commit suicide or something. I mean, again, I don't know if it's a mental illness or if, at one point I think my mother was a terrible person to me when I was a kid.
Stepdad.
And you don't even know if you could believe that. Like, the guy is such a huge liar. And everyone, if you see the times he's attacked me and Bert Kreischer and Nads and anyone else, any of these other people, it's always they're crazy. They have mental issues. They're obsessed with me. And it's almost like when Doogie is like, I don't know, I didn't do it. What did I do? I didn't say anything to piss somebody off. It's like that to the nth degree. I mean, it's just really weird and sick in a mental illness sort of way. So the guy's such a dick that it's hard to feel bad for him. But when I watched that video of him with the black eye and spewing what is so obviously a made-up story, I don't know what actually happened there, but, I mean, it's incomprehensible that you're jumped by some guys randomly over a stupid radio beef, and that it's not only happened to you once, but it's happened to you twice, and I was behind it one time. It's just an utter fabrication.
Can't somebody find the police report, too? Shouldn't they be able to find
You would
it?
think the police report would be a public record.
Right.
But he actually filed a police report when he claimed he's not above filing a fake police report, Dieter. He filed a police report when he said that I paid 2 people to beat him up.
I can't believe that.
There never is any, it peters out because it's all made up for whatever fantasy world the guy lives in. But in a way, even with him being an incredible dick, it is almost still sad to see this and to see what must be mental illness mixed with years of substance abuse. It's almost, I don't know. Are you depressed, Charlie? You know this guy better than I do, but are you depressed, or do you just is he such a rotten guy that you don't even feel sorry for him?
No, it's a bummer because I actually was friends with him. We'd go out drinking. We'd actually have a great time together, and he was fun to be around. And
we would go out drinking.
For some reason, something changed, and at the time we would be hanging out. He was battling somebody else. I don't remember who it was. Maybe Maxwell at the time, and he was hyper focused on that. And you could see, like, oh, I didn't think much of it. I went, all right, he's really wronged by that. But then eventually you see, oh, he gets hyper-focused on anybody at some time. Right now he's hyper-focused on Anthony Cumia and the steel toe guy. And that's who his thing is. Before it was us. Before it was me specifically. Before it was you specifically. Before that it was, I believe he's gone after Bill Squire, the guy that took...
Yeah, so this is like, the danger. I don't want people thinking that, like... Because Aaron's saying this, Aaron's like, Patrick's mentally ill, Patrick's hyper-focused, Patrick's obsessed. It's like, I may be hyper-focused. Nobody's obsessed. Nobody's obsessed. I shall power through you, as I've said to many men before you, and then we shall move on to other things. Checking back in with you over and over again as you continue your complete career of clowndom. Like, I'm not one of these people who, like, runs over to the corner of the ring after bloodying a man and goes, he's finished. He's like, I'm not trying to change your show. Continue doing a show. Continue being the corniest cornball in Corntown. You and Cornpole, knock it out of the park. But, don't think for one fucking minute. Don't think for one fucking minute that we're going to be okay with you running scams. And like it's so clear to everybody in your Facebook group. Everybody's a goddamn corny boomer. You got April running around screaming about bullying as she, you guys were the biggest bulliers on the block. Now, it was in Rockville, Minnesota, so nobody gave a shit, but I don't want to be lumped in as one of these, like, steel-toe obsessive motherfuckers. These guys deserve to live. These guys deserve to have a life and be miserable with one another. There's nothing I can do to them they're not doing to themselves. If you think anything I did this morning is what, got to them or was mean or was bullying or was over the line, I was like, guys, please like my show. They chose to have my stream up on their phones while they tried to do a show. Super sensitive April thinks she can read chat hate about her and perform. That's not on me. They're idiots. Aaron can't ignore the chat and perform. You think April can't? April, I'm surprised when she went to the bathroom, she wasn't in there locking the door and ending it. And by the way, that's not what I want. I wish he would tell her to quit. This was a mistake. Be the GM. Be involved with the show, but don't be on air. You can't handle it. You're not built for this. You're built for handing out stickers and looking cute at live events. And by the way, here's what's so sad about the whole thing when you really boil it down. Here's what's so sad about the April and Aaron show. Before April, Aaron was a fucking alpha, for Minnesota. He looked like he looked. He looks like Andy Dufresne if he had AIDS. So, but he was allowed to bark at people and treat women like shit and cross lines, and people could come after him, and I don't think it affected him. But now he's got his girl, so she's kind of clipped his nuts about what they can and can't do, or she's out of the show. She's clipped his nuts on the chat room, so now he's got to be a little bitch and manage the chat. And he's got to constantly be looking over to her. I said this in one of the first shows. I go, he's constantly looking over, like making sure everything's okay. And she's too sensitive. So you got a woman who can't give it, who can't take it as well as she can give it. You got a guy who can't give it like he used to give it because he's got to walk this weird clipped nuts line. And now the reason she fell in love with this alpha, she's watching this guy deteriorate and become a weak son of a bitch right in front of her eyes. And she's just going, this isn't what I signed up for. We were the ones who made fun of people. And it's like, everybody gets a turn. That's why, like, Steel Toes people think it's like, wait until Carl over at Who Are These Podcasts gets a hold of you. I'm like, cheers. Gets a hold of me. Oh, you mean gets a hold of video of my show and clips it up and does a show about it where he roasts me along with other funny comedians ripping me to shreds. There's nothing perfect about me. This is all take-apartable. Have at it. I'm not super sensitive about it. He's so fat, he stumbles when he speaks sometimes. Yeah. He gets lost in trains of thought. You can tell he's either drinking or smoking some weed. Yeah. What's going to be said about me that's already not in my head? The difference between me, I'm not afraid to repeat it here to you. I'm a fat, aging loser. Got it. Now what? Is there anything I can do about any of those things? Well, the weight thing, probably, but I won't. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus Christ. So this guy's not come to terms with who he is and where he's at. He pounds his chest. He's delusional. He'd met no resistance until me, and now he's getting pushed back, and now he's spiraling. And again, all I've done to this dude is watch him and make public what I'm, he's the one watching all my shows. Stop watching my shows. You think I went over and watched every time Red Bar talked about me for 2 fucking years? Imagine. Nobody beats up Daddy more than Daddy. I'm Daddy. Like, why would I go do that to myself? Like, control your own mental health. Everybody's in control of their mental health. gonna go watch another loser on the internet talk about me losing on the internet. We're all losers on the internet. We're all just guys in the corner screaming at screens. That's what we're doing here. You guys think this is real? We're all screen guys in the corner yelling at the screens. So you've got to be in control of how you're reacting to stuff. I can't believe that you'd allow your wife to be watching this show just on mute, zooming in on her, reading the chat, losing her mind. We would have, when she said, and you know, there was a time we would have defended you, Melton, and been on your side. Like, as if I need that. I'm not over here losing my shit. I'm having a great time. This is a fun night. This was a fun day. You have 500 likes on a video. That was cool. You guys cracked me the fuck up. We were laughing. You guys were sending messages. Oh my God, what a fun morning. Not even being ironic. Then I went to bed and slept for like 6 hours. It was great. This was a great day. Was it that over in your place? And if not, why? Just do your show. Ignore the chat. You guys had great stories today. You had great stories about sports guys that were already out of date and wrong. You guys watched that Crowder video that you didn't really know anything about and got everything wrong in. You guys have a killer catalog of content. Just keep hammering that. Don't be reading chats. Don't be looking at zoom-ins on foreheads. Who cares? By the way, can you change what your forehead is? Grow up. Get real. Grab yourself a Dunkin' Donuts coffee and just chill. $5 from Crumb Bum says we are having fun. Yeah. I just this isn't hurting you. This isn't taking away your livelihood. I want you to stop scamming people with the prize nights. And then guess what? We will move on. Like, your show isn't good. It's boring. So we're going to, nobody's out to ruin you. This shall pass. You know, nobody wants trouble around here. We want fun. We want good, old-fashioned name calling. And you said you like a good back and forth, and I'm trying to keep it. I haven't brought up your kids. I haven't, gone after. God knows, I've got so much shit. And by the way, I'm gonna bring it up. All of April's fucking dirt too. I have some texts from Aaron that I'm gonna be showing to you people that are the most cuckish things I've ever seen in my life. Aaron is a soft boy liar. So nobody's, people want me to do a show every morning over your show. They say that's how it makes it from unwatchable to unmissable. That was a comment that I would put on the poster. That was a great comment. But I'm not foolish enough to think that would be good. Now, look, as long as you keep having little melties over there. I mean, let's pull up the let's not be mistaken. Let's pull up the old what's this one?
And just I would rather burn this fucking thing down to 400 people at a time. And just restart there, than deal with shithead retards trying to chase my coattails and clout chase off of me.
Well, we're waiting.
Let's go.
Burn, motherfucker.
So yeah, he said today that he'll shut the whole chat down until everybody leaves, if he has to. So, when you offered up a private investigator and Chad wasn't interested, he said, let the cops do their job. And then he did the same thing 9 years ago. Everything will be out. Everything will come out. Everybody's having a ball with his girdle today.
He doesn't want to. He thinks he's better than everybody, and if we show him that we're better,
we're not. I'm not getting in a competition with a fucking loser from Minnesota to get more likes. Is that what he brings to his landlord on the first of the month? A bag of likes? It's a fucking joke. Even if it helps your algorithm, it's so Piazza-like that it's there. It's like I can't even joke about it. But yeah, I'm sure he's hearing it now from
So people do know today, right? Like I don't look like you're watching. I'd love for you to hit like on the thing to help the algorithm. If you like the show anyway, it helps me. It lets me know people like the show. But like, if you don't like the show, it's not the end of the world. If I don't get $100 in super chats, it's not the fucking end of the world. And by the way, when I'm doing good stuff, people donate. They like it. When I dig things up, they like it. When I play clips and make fun of it, they like it. When he's having a meltdown because of something we're doing over here, they like it. And then I get more likes, and then I get more, super chats or whatever. Like, that's the way it works. It is a free market. Now, you do have to remind people and nudge people every once in a while. You're hypnotized. You're watching this. Hey, hit the like button. It doesn't take much. But for the people over there trying to be like, he was so important to him to get likes. He just kept hounding his listeners for likes. If you think I was trying to get likes this morning for me, you're so out of your fucking gourd. And again, you're part of the new washed up wave of low IQ guys we don't need over here. If you think for 1 minute I was over here going like, I gotta hit 500 likes for me, he can't sleep if he doesn't hit. People have said he throws little tantrums every time he doesn't hit his goal. So, like, don't try to fucking lump me in with that guy. It's not even close. It's not even remotely close. I appreciate everything you guys do, whether it's hitting the like button or giving a super chat, as if it was a tip to me being a bartender. You walked into a bar and I'm serving you what you came here for. If you enjoy it, tip. When you don't, I don't get offended by it. It's not like I'm not Kevin Brennan taking a photo of everyone in the chat and making sure they like, what is he do? What is that guy doing? People super chat to him and he takes a photo of it on his screen and he has to stop the show. Like, hold on, let me put that one back up. It's like, is everything okay? So let's finish this clip up. They're still talking about Chad. Got sidetracked.
Together with M&M's, iHeartRadio.
Job, or didn't even take his job, got hired after he got himself fired and feels that Bill needs to be knocked down a peg or two. It's just nonstop. It's just person after person after person, show after show after show. It is sad to see.
But wouldn't you think at some point you would realize, wait a second, I either have incredible cosmic bad luck that everyone is against me, and I'm the good guy and everyone else is the bad guy? Wouldn't at some point, as a 50-year-old guy, which is, I'm guessing how old this guy is, I don't know, and as a 50-year-old guy, wouldn't you eventually come to the conclusion, oh, it's not everyone else in the world, it's me? Wouldn't that cross your mind? Or I don't know.
No, I think you also. The sad part is
$2 RP Egg McMuffin money. Fuck
like,
yeah!
This is his thing. He gets an enemy and he works on taking them down or doing whatever. I mean, that's what he thinks. But it's just that's all he does all day. I mean, all day is spent doing this stuff.
Oh, it's like a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week job. And when I said yesterday that the guy has a spreadsheet with all of his fake social media accounts, I'm not making that up. I mean, this guy has probably every day he starts his day with, I'm going to make 20 more fake Gmail accounts and start 20 more fake Twitter profiles, 20 more fake Facebook, and keep a log of that so that I can, as they...
I haven't heard this, but somebody in the chat said this too, that he has 1 million fake accounts and alts. Now they're saying he literally, like, they've seen it. He has a spreadsheet of accounts. Like, what the fuck? And Mike Boudet, a Sword in the Scale, writes, it sounds like Luca Magnotta. Yeah, this sounds like the Don't Fuck with Cats guy. Luca Magnotta. If you haven't seen Don't Fuck with Cats, it's too late. It's been taken down off the world. $4.99 from Captain Smelvin Moyville. I'm new here. How do I get myself that hat? NobodyLikesOnions.com/store. Head over to NobodyLikesOnions.com/store. I don't know. Is the Are You Okay one still up? I'll tell you. I'll let the cap out of the bag. When all this stuff that's currently in our store goes away in a couple weeks, we're doing the Summer of Hats. So every hat we've ever had shall be on sale, including this one. So I'll try to get the old fire lit under my asshole to get all that swapped out. Or I'll just try to get it put back up, if possible. But every hat we've ever had, if you've liked any hat we've ever had, they'll all be in the store in about a month. So typically, you got to just grab them when they're up because they're very limited edition, and this one will make you get stared at in stores. I've started wearing this one out more and more. I love it. I really like it. But that's how you get it, Captain Smellville Moyville. Is it? We had another $5 from RP. Last one was not enough for an Egg McMuffin. Sorry, bro. Okay, thank you. And then Crumb Bum, I personally like onions. We get it. Can you make a toolbox-sized NLO sticker? No. That's what I say to that. Back to Rover, talking about Chad Zumock. Again, a spreadsheet full of alt accounts. What does he do? Is this true, Chad, though? Come on.
Together with M&M's,
they, either they get shut down or whatever. You can't keep reusing. I mean, he has, in my estimation, Charlie, and you might even, would you say hundreds of fake accounts?
Yeah, I think he just makes them when he needs. I don't think he's starting his day making them, but he makes them as he needs them, and then just it's gone. Yeah, he's making them constantly doing that. His whole day, I'm going to say like 12, I'm not lying, 12 hours of his day is pretending to be somebody else online, defending himself with a fake account, doing something weird, and just whatever the battle of the day is. And he's going to spend all day doing that. And
I love the Bert Kreischer one where he was talking, and I don't remember all these specifics, but he's talking trash about Bert Kreischer as a different person.
Well, somebody
and then he makes the mistake of what was it?
Somebody wrote to him and said, "Hey, Chad, what did you think of that Bert special?"
Hold on. Chad's upper lip says, have a coffee with that Egg McMuffin. Well, I usually get a big breakfast and some hash browns. I usually get a couple extra hash browns and an apple fritter. And the McCafe coffees are a little more. So, I don't want to I'll probably have to dig down deep. What is the breakfast cost at McDonald's now, by the way? When I was a young buck, you could get like an Egg McMuffin, a hash brown, and a drink for like $2.99. What is it now? Now I need more than an Egg McMuffin now. I probably want a sausage biscuit or some sort of McGriddles. You ever get a McGriddles? Nobody likes onions more than me. I need to get a life. That's Edwin San Juan, resident headliner here in Las Vegas. If you're in Vegas, go see Edwin San Juan. Hey, Edwin, I think I might come down and do a set at your thing one night, just in front, as long as comedian Wayne can also do a set on the same night. I haven't been on stage in months, and I'll be happy to just go up and mop it. Let me follow him. What would be funnier, him following me or me following him? Whew. One would be harder for sure.
And
I mean me following him.
He replied to himself. He was trying to get to start a conversation so he could talk about the Burt special.
Hold on, this is a Burt Kreischer thing? What happened with Chad and Burt?
Doing that his whole day, I'm going to say like 12, I'm not lying, 12 hours of his day is pretending to be somebody else online, defending himself with a fake account, doing something weird, and just whatever the battle of the day
How much you need for breakfast in $111, all once, and 11 cents.
Talking, and I don't remember all these specifics, but he's talking trash about Burt Kreischer as a different person.
Well, somebody
and then he
wrote to
makes
him
the mistake
look,
of
I can
what
tell you
was
what,
it?
Somebody wrote to him and said, "Hey, Chad, what did you think of that Burt special?" And then, so he replied to himself. He was trying to get to start a conversation so he could talk about the Burt special. I
haven't heard this.
And then somebody else chimed in, said, "I saw it. It was trash." Well, that was the first account that said that. It was Chad. I'll find that too. I'll find that.
But then he then made a terrible mistake where he was logged into his own real account and replied as somebody else, and then he has to make up this ridiculous. Oh no, my friend grabbed my phone and thought it would be funny to post. You know, like anyone's going to fall for that.
Here it is. All right. So he's going to pretend to be somebody else here. All right. Chad's going to pretend to be somebody else, and he writes, "Hey, Chad."
At Chad Zumock.
Yeah, he writes at Chad. He goes, remember, this is from Summit. We'll just call him Dave. "Did you see Adam Sandler make your boy Burt Kreischer look stupid ass dumb F on the Comics Give Back show?" The problem is, it wasn't Dave tweeting it. It was Chad writing it to himself.
He logged into his own account and sent a tweet to himself, thinking he was logged into one of his burner accounts.
That's bad.
There's no excuse. And his excuse was, my friend did that from my own account. Why would your friend do that? That's such a...
How would your friend have your passcode on your phone? Everyone has a passcode, right?
He claimed his laptop later. That's such a complicated, layered joke that his friend would make. Why?
And if you were going to do that, that's what you're going to tweet from your friend's account if you're goofing on him?
Wouldn't you just write... instead of writing to yourself, wouldn't you just write, "I saw a Burt special, it was bad," or whatever? Wouldn't you just say that instead of replying to stuff?
You put something, you have it, you go, "Hey, I just want to tell everyone," if you log into, like if I logged into Charlie's account, "Hey, I just want to tell you, I just want to admit I have a 2-inch penis," or something like that. You do something stupid like that. You wouldn't tweet to yourself in this overly
accidentally
complicated...
tweet out a nude or something of some guy with a really small dong. There's a lot better ways to go about this. But no, that's the prank. I did find these suicide things, just since he's saying that he's blaming Nads' suicide on you, Rover.
Well, yeah, let me read you that part again.
Okay.
He says, "I guess helping exploit and facilitate in the suicide of his former phone screener for content was his peak moment." Okay.
All right, and here's the couple of messages here. Can you read these, Rover?
Yeah. Sure. All right. So this is, I guess, to some girl named Chelsea. Is that right?
I'm guessing this is who posted it. I don't know if Chelsea who's receiving this, but here we go. Here's the emails from Chad.
All right. Do I start at the bottom or go up?
Is this the stuff Steel Toe covered?
There are so many options when it comes to killing yourself. Please explore them. Get away from the pain. Be free.
Okay.
You are a problem. So-and-so is doing his best to look like a good dude because he's a corporate whore. Post this about me. I want you to kill yourself.
Wow.
Do it for everyone we can have a normal life. You want to do
That's
it deep
too
down,
far.
so do it.
Okay, and then we'll continue, yeah.
I heard you threatened to kill yourself.
Wow,
Why don't
come
you just
on.
do it already?
You're trying to ruin my
that's,
monetization. This will get me.
You could end it all. These are multiple messages.
All throughout the day. What? The first one, 9:55 a.m. The next one, 2:14 p.m. Then this next one at 5. This is a 9 to 5 job to him.
Seriously, you could end it all. Quit causing problems for people and be at peace once and for all.
Wow.
You've caused so many problems
This is
for
so
me for
insane.
no reason. Go be with the Lord.
Jesus Christ.
And then at 8 p.m., another 3 hours later, Chelsea, you need to commit suicide. I know so-and-so's going to spin, but this is for the best for everyone. You cause so many problems for so many people. You shouldn't be living. Just take your life and be free. You've been a major problem in my life. Do the right thing. Then 7 minutes later, there are so many options when it comes. Yeah, I think that's maybe where it started from the other one.
And who was
The
this
thing
girl
is, too, wasn't Chad going through some dark time recently? Apparently, like in December, everybody's saying that, like, you know, Steel Toe piled on Chad during this dark time in his life where he was having some, you know, mental problems and depression. And look, we all go through that. We all get down, especially seasonally, and, you know. I 100%. Everybody gets down, and, you know, when you kind of need to unplug, again, self-regulate. You know, when you see these guys do this show this morning, and they're from the outset, just, you know, we don't want to do this. I wish we could go back to bed. I can't wait till this day's over. Can't wait for our weekend. It's like, don't do this anymore. This isn't for you. If you're falling out of love with it 8 months in, you're going to ruin your nice, pretty new wife. If she's this rattled 8 months in, what do you think it's going to be like in years? This bitch is going to have just silver hair. She's going to look like that fucking ghost librarian at the beginning of Ghostbusters. Just all scary stories we tell ourselves in the scariest of darks. So, you know, why would you then do this to somebody else, Chad? And all the alts and all the time spent, like, whew.
I don't know, but it was somebody who apparently he heard had talked about committing suicide. So now he's actually trying to commit her to get trying to get her to commit suicide.
Right.
I do remember also that he had. I know she. I don't think would want to be named, but she's a television anchor. And he became completely obsessed with this married television anchor to the point where, I mean, this chick had to, like, change her number and, like, everything because he started stalking her and started going, like, it was bonkers.
Like some of you constantly mention if you saw them on the TV, or...
Does anybody know who this anchor was? Where was... This is in Cleveland? Can anybody go back in his Twitter? Can we find this out? You know, and again, none of this relates directly to anything going on here, but this all ties to credibility. This all ties to personality. This all ties to, I mean, you know, like, what's going on here? Irregardless of this, irregardless of this case, like, all this is crazy shit. This is some dark, unhinged shit. Yeah, talking to somebody into ending themselves. Another married one. We already heard what you wanted to do to April and these fantasies about, you know, running away with her or making her your wife, or like it's a little crazy. You know what I mean? There's also an instance of Chad emailing a girl telling her to herself fairly recently. Yeah. Whew. I don't know, man.
Change her number and, like, everything because he started stalking her.
I'd love to know who that is.
Going, like, it was bonkers.
The reporter lady.
Mention if you saw them on the TV, or and hey, check out who's up on the, you know, to tell your best friend, hey, look who's up on the TV.
You mean like doing it Jeffrey style? No, Jeffrey just does that to Dieter. Jeffrey doesn't actually reach out to the television personality and like want to hang out and try to, Anyhow.
Hey,
so,
real quick, did he contact you yesterday, Charlie?
No, he didn't.
Are you surprised by that?
Very. I think he's in this other war right now, so I just don't think he has time.
He's in the war with Steel Toe.
Yeah, so he just doesn't have time for me. It'll come. It'll come around.
He'll circle back around when the Steel Toe dies down. He'll get back on you, Charlie. He'll get back on me. I've got to take a break. 866-YO-ROVER for the 2 people listening to the show right now.
Yo, Rover. Chad always says I don't go on Reddit, but boy, oh boy, does he go on Reddit. Okay. Oh, God. I haven't been on Reddit so much in years until this week. I mean, Jesus. I'm here for the steel toe Reddit hose. Am I right? I think this is my tweet where I showed this screenshot of April. If you haven't yet, get on this cretin's TikTok and Instagram pages and start reporting all these videos. All you have to do is click the share button on the video, click report link, and report them as harassment, bullying, or misleading information. This is sad, and this person has followers. They're not only sharing clipped up video clips. Oh, they're sharing clipped up video. Oh, no. Hey, these guys are sharing clipped up video clips. Say clips again. This is sad person. This sad person and her followers are not only sharing chopped up video clips, but are also posting about our family as well as our advertisers and their families. Okay. Was she? Report all her videos and her accounts. I like that.
Here at the party, so too bad I can't stay. I gotta go to Bonnie, so I'll go say goodbye to the 8 out of 10.
Oh, this is corn pole. Corn pole, you're my guy. You're my guy. You're my favorite corn pole. You're my guy. If you have a new relationship and keep pictures of your ex on your social media, you still have feelings for them. Yeah, apparently April has a page on WikiFeet. And it's got like every picture of her feet ever taken. So if you're into feet, you know. Jim Florentine meets his biggest fan, the girdle wearing e-beggar, Aaron Imholt. 2018. Yeah, I posted a lot of tweets tonight of April sending people after people's accounts. Oh, is it? Mersh is not a fan of NLO. Is this Mersh? Is this the Mersh guy? I'm Mersh. Yeah. Okay, so again, we're all just fat idiots in a corner of the internet. This is what it is now. So now I'm over top of him because we're all just so original. That says Mersh is not a fan of Chad or NL. Oh no!
So many instances where people have said, "This guy's the new Stuttering John. What do you think?" There is no new Stuttering John. You got to move on.
Oh my God, this guy's taking all my material. I mean, I've said that for a fucking week now. That everybody, like, you're all like retards. You keep repeating the same insults. You're Stuttering John 2.0. You're Stuttering John 2.0. Are you bots?
Need a new guy to make fun of, then yes, this guy is probably far better.
What's
to make
wrong with
fun
this
of than
guy's
anyone
voice?
else. You and Patrick Melton is a fucking loser fest. I cannot wait.
Wow.
To see the fucking harvest that comes of this.
Why does this guy know so much about me? And what's wrong with his voice? You know, I know what's wrong with mine. What's wrong with his? It sounds like he ate a frog. It sounds like he's constantly talking like this. Mersh is the worst. I mean, I don't know him, so. He's right about that, though. You all do think Stuttering John 2.0 is like a zing, and it's like, let it go, dorks.
Why is that? There we go.
You know, I started this whole movement, and now everyone's jumping in. But the best.
By the way, fucking keep in mind, Patrick Melton is like glomming onto Chad Zumock. Like, yo, man, we're going to create a powerhouse. I wouldn't even, like, I literally.
Where does everybody get their mental illness from, you know? Like, again, I don't know who this guy is or where he comes from or whatever, but, like, it's fine. And you're allowed to have opinions on my show or my thoughts or my. It's like, but it's like Kevin Brennan getting mad at me. He's like, and Melton thinks Chrissy Mayer is a big deal and a big show. It's like, Melton doesn't think that. And Melton never said that. You made something up in your head and now you're deranged about it. You're like fighting a thing you made up. I don't know this guy, but why would he be like, Melton thinks Zumock and Melton are going to team up and be a powerhouse? Why would you say that? What led you to believe that? Have you seen a contract going around between Melton and Zumock where they're teaming up to become a powerhouse? What are you talking about? Are you okay? Do you need me to, like, be doing that so you can talk about it? Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I haven't talked about doing any other Chad Zumock. Chad Zumock got in a fight with this guy. This guy's a dork. I uncovered a scam. Let's not, let Chad spin anything he wants any way he fucking wants. Chad was calling him gay, and he was calling Chad gay. And I came in and said, this whole thing, looks pretty gay. And I started watching both sides to see who was sane and who's insane. And if you think I'm on Chad Zumock's side, go back and watch the early videos where we're all making fun of Zumock. He's overreactive. He's emotional. I have tweets saying that to him still up. It's not like I take him down because like Zumock and I are talking and like friendly now. None of this is. Where do these dummies get this idea? Like Melton's trying to team up with. Yeah, I'm trying to team up with Zumock. I'm trying to team up with Steel Toe. I've not built my own thing and made a living over here for over a decade. I need to team up with people. I'm looking for a collab. These people who have never met me and know nothing about me, I think Red Bar really did get into their brains. They all wanted to be podcasters and copied Mike David, and now they're like brainwashed into making up insane. Like, where would you even get that? Melton and Zumock think they're going to team up. It's like, what? In what world? You don't know me. Why do you need this to be true? That's nuts. Get it together.
He was invited by Chad to hang out, and I was in Tampa a few days later, and the thought never even occurred to me to look up Chad Zumock.
Best part about
I don't even want to be photographed with this 48-year-old cringe machine.
This is Aaron started it. All of it.
That's funny.
He had no idea what he was going up against. He had no idea.
I thought he lived in Tampa.
Capable of doing, or what I was capable of doing. He is so misguided. And so
Chad, you're a 48-year-old man who's not even capable of going for a walk and going out, having a couple of drinks, and coming home without your fucking skull caved in.
Wow.
Maybe stop telling everybody what you're capable of.
Wow.
You can't even do a show without StreamYard, you tech-illiterate faggot. You
Yikes.
black-eyed, old man, retard, faggot, loser, asshole.
Yeah, it's a little heavy on the language for me, dog. Again, all these guys in like the steel toe world, it's like stuff. How do you, out of one side of your goddamn mouth, how are you like, you guys need to come up with a new insult. Stuttering John 2.0 is retarded. It's like, and yet all you can do is just say the F word over and over and over again. Like, what are you getting out of it? And by the way, I love the word. But is that the, like, save it for a gay guy you're yelling at. I like that, Chad's not. I'm not. That's crazy. All these guys think gay is like the biggest insult.
What you're capable of. Fuck out of here. You're not even capable of fighting off one attacker. It wasn't even two guys, by the way. It was one angry guy at a bar. He didn't appreciate what the fuck you had to say about his girlfriend or something, and he cracked you one.
Jesus
And you got
Christ.
cracked in the eye, which is where the black eye came from, and you probably tumbled that way and you fell on your face, and that's where the Hitler stash came from. Not hard to figure out. That's not two guys jumping you. That's one guy rocking you in your fucking eyeball and you hitting the ground like a sack of shit.
Oh, fucking hell. Oh, God. Jesus, that was savage.
Chad will be talking about the video footage 12 months from now in a live dry bar special.
Like, also, Chad's, like, putting this thing on his eye now. It's been 2 days. There's no purpose for a cold compress on your eye, especially over glasses. It's not even making contact with the bruise. So now 2 days in, he's putting on a cold compress. Like, this makes you look stupid.
So what happened? What's the video? You can't talk about it?
No, it's just there's some video. It's from one of the side homes. It's not that good. It's not lit well, but they have video of the attack. And that's what it is. So
does it have audio too? Like you screaming like a girl?
No, there's no audio. But it's not. There's not a lot to see. I mean, it's just more or less two dudes. You could tell that they were white dudes, and they both had hats on. One guy had like a stocking cap.
Like he's trying to hide his face?
No,
they both had hats on?
Like a winter cap.
They both had hats, but one had a stocking cap. Is that what he said?
Like he's trying to hide his face?
No, like a winter cap.
What, like a cap, like a top? Like...
More or less two dudes. You can
What,
tell
like
that
I'm
they were,
funny, like I amuse you?
White dudes. And they both had hats on. One guy had like a stocking cap.
Like he's trying to hide his face?
No, like a winter cap.
What, like a cap, like a top, like a Waffle House?
No, like a winter hat, like a hat you put on so you're not cold anymore.
Like a top hat? He was wearing a top hat.
Yeah,
he hit you with a cane?
Like a Lacoste, like a visor.
Chad, we found him. It's the Monopoly guy.
He looks just like Mr. Peanut.
Wow. The girdle guy has a framed wrestling poster in his room. He has a room. March 28th. Hold on. March 28th, 2022. Oh, no. Live Pro Wrestling. Crushed 9. Oh, boy. And what is this? What the fuck is this, I wonder? He's got that's pretty cool. What are these numbers at the top of his screen here? I wonder. This is his broadcast computer. Look at this. Somebody get Linus Tech Tips over here. This is embarrassing. Holy shit. The Mark Wahlberg impression might be the worst. Oh, this is a Howard Stern thing.
Wild Ride says, when is your next illegal prize show? March 30th. Tune in for it. I'm sure you want to mass report it and do all kinds of stuff anyway. So, yeah, fucking have a ball, buddy. We got. By the way, if you think that retard you're following has anything on us, not a goddamn thing. And boy, do we have something prepared for you on March 30th.
So this is his new grift. He's like, if you think Melton has anything on us, boy, are you wrong. And it's like, first of all I did was say, hey, look, you're breaking the law on these videos. You said, no, liar, 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 you're wrong. Did nothing about it to me for calling, if I'm wrong, calling you all these names, I'd react. But instead of that, you take down all the videos I said were sus. You take them down out of an abundance of innocence, you say, you know, like this is, we don't need all the smoke. And now I'm saying, if you think it's the YouTube regulations that are the big problem, you're dumb. It's more that you're breaking laws. And so now you go, if you think we're not doing it, you're crazy. If you think matter of fact, just wait for our next prize night. And then he's about to say, like, his head's going to, it's like, what could you possibly do on your prize night that would make my head, I assume you're going to run the same thing. What are you going to do? Give away gift cards right to my face? Like, what do you think you're going to do, dummy? You're going to give away cash and give away gift cards, right? Same old shit, normal rules. What do you think is going to happen? I'm going to, like, radio the cops and a van outside that's going to rip off a plumbing sign, and it's really the FBI, and they swarm your house, and we all laugh as they tackle you to the ground and put zip ties all over your fucking flabby tits. Is that what you think's going to happen? Because that's not going to that's not how it happens with white collar crime, dummy. Just wait until March 30th. His brain's going to explode. I probably won't even be there. I will. But, you know, what are you going to do? Give away gift cards? We're going to give away so much value, his fans won't be able to deny it. I love that you're going to, like, do a prize night in my face. Like, that's an insult. Just wait.
That is going to make your fucking head explode. If you hate this show and you think you've got us in a corner,
fuck.
March 30th, if you're even
Come on
still
back,
doing this,
Elgato.
which will be sad in and of itself.
Why does it do this?
March 30th will be the final nail in your
What if
coffin.
this is a bit and this was all just an image I put up to make
Chrissy
you think
Mayer,
it wasn't
thank
working?
you very much.
Oh, shit. No. It's really, I don't know why, though, you know.
Wait, if you think that retard you're following has...
It's got to be a loose... Is there a loose stool? Wow, I don't know what's going on. Let me go check the plug. We did it. El Gato. The El Gato stuff's worked better than the Black Magic stuff, honestly. Oh, God. In the Gato. Just wait to the next prize show. I love the threat of it, you know.
Your next illegal prize show, March 30th. Tune in for it. I'm sure you want to mass report it and do all kinds of stuff anyway. So, yeah, fucking have a ball, buddy. We got. By the way, if you think that retard you're following,
she just goes, God. She's so worried about it. Just don't worry about it. $4.99 from Captain Smelvin Moyville. I'd wear a March 30th hat. Yeah, like a January 6th. Oh, fuck.
illegal prize show, March 30th. Tune in for it. I'm sure you want to mass report it and do all kinds of stuff anyway. So, yeah, fucking have a ball, buddy. We got. By the way, if you think that retard you're following has anything on us, not a goddamn thing. And boy, do we have something prepared for you on March 30th that is going to make your fucking head explode. If you hate this show and you think you've got us.
Watch her eyes. She seems to indicate that there isn't anything on March 30th that's going to blow my head off. Watch her eyes. She's kind of like, no, we don't have anything. Watch this. Tell me if this means they have something.
On us, not a goddamn thing. And boy, do we have something prepared for you on March 30th that is going to make your fucking head explode. If you hate this show and you think you've got us in a corner, March 30th, if you're even still doing this by then, which will be sad in and of itself, March 30th will be the final nail in your coffin, and you will go.
So let's say they find a way to do these prizes. Like, again, I know how you can get around and make this legal. I'm not going to tell you. I'd rather see you try to figure it out. But let's say they even are able to do these prize nights and they do it. It's going to be the nail in my coffin? What is with all these guys, like, thinking that they're, like, ending shows? You'll never do a broadcast again. It's like, no. I'll be here. This will be the final nail in your coffin. It's like, if you figure out a way to sell gift cards, that'll be the nail in my coffin. My wife will be bringing me soup on my deathbed, just trying to nurse me back to vitality. What happened, Patrick? Oh, he gave away gift cards to a tow truck company. Never been the same since. This will be the final nail in your coffin. Oh, shit. That is good. Maybe they'll try to do it on Compound Media. Yeah. You still have to follow the federal law. Compound Media can't figure out how to update the links on their website. You think they're getting lawyers together to figure out how to do that? I would love them to do it on Compound Media. Fucking dopes. How to recognize a fake lottery or scam. Yep. Oh, here's when we beat them on likes. They hated that. Aaron M. Holt mentions Red Bar over and over. Aaron thinks he can summon Red Bar and it's going to scoop in and save him. Again, let's say you did, dummies. Let's say you and Red Bar got together. Well, last time Red Bar swooped in, what happened? Nothing? Again, bring up the tape of me losing my mind over Red Bar. Bring up the tape of it. I'll wait for the link. Nothing? Right. Yeah, but Mike watched a lot of your videos and paused them. Yeah, like I'm doing. Like, that's allowed. You're allowed to make fun of men on the internet. He decimated you. It's like weird because I just ate dinner. So, like, what is even going on through M. Holt's head where he's like, if I could just get Mike David over here to back me up. It's like, back you up at what? You can't pause clips of my show and make fun of me? You need help, baby? Baby girl need help drinking juice? Why don't both of you Skype into each other and make fun of me? Oh, my God. I'd be decimated and run back off the net. You're all fucking dorks. You're all dorks. You're dead, Melton. It's over. Holy shit. This is what we're doing. Make fun of everybody. Who cares? So I got to watch the video of him summoning Red Bar to get me.
Nobody's get you, whore.
Imagine us.
You didn't slow it down, and as Alaric says, take it, you whore. You didn't slow it down, and as Alaric says, take it, you whore.
Imagine us. So they got to 400 likes, and they played a sound effect of clapping, and he's like, take it, you whore. Meanwhile, we were already past 500, so, like, he didn't know that, but, like, God, does that look stupid in retrospect, you know?
You didn't slow it down, and as Alaric says, take it, you whore.
Imagine us having 469, them hitting 400, and them being like, we win, another W.
When they try. Dudapest says, how do you attract yourself the biggest losers? You know what it is? We've become kind of a mid-level show.
Unreal.
So now people want to try to siphon off us for like parasite views. And those people are always, like anyone kind of a little bit below us, they're really pathetic people. Like you just look at the guy and he's just kind of a gross, dying, rotting carcass.
And they think this shit's real.
Yeah, and then they
It's
think this
very
shit's real.
weird. It's, no. Like,
Again, nobody over here thinks it's real. We're watching your show. We're just watching the show. And we come in your chat and say funny things like, do you guys like onions? And you lose your mind. We go like, hey, are you sure this contest is compliant? And you're like, you guys take things too far. It's like by asking questions. Again, find the thing that I've done that's over the line. Find me telling everybody to turn them in. Find me telling everybody to flag their content. Find it. I'm a balanced gentleman. You won't find it. Doesn't exist. And not in the way Aaron Imholt says something exists. I didn't do that. That's not what I do. And like, I can't keep up with this guy's excuses about why I'm losing it. I'm mentally ill. Corey Adam set me off. I'm clout chasing. Red Bar fucked me up. Which one is it? Look, you seem to be changing my symptoms a lot, Doc. Captain Smellville Moyville says his spandex are real. Yeah, it's fine. Like, I'm a fat idiot. He's trying to get in shape in boxing. I'm not going after him for his physique, although we will if we watch his boxing stuff a little later. These guys are the fucking definition of moving the goalposts. I have done nothing to these guys that's not above board. We're watching shows. We're commenting on shows. We're calling into the show. We're saying things in their chat room that are very innocuous. And you've got Cornpole threatening to come down and get a job and kick my ass. You keep revising what I'm mad about and what I'm doing. You're lying to your listeners. You're organizing what you call gay ops. Now you're reaching out for Red Bar? Like, say his name 3 times. Say it.
like when we get off our good show, like we go live our life and we're
Guys, when we get off our good show, we go live our life. I know. You sure don't update anything or vet stuff.
happy people, take care of our family.
Guys, all we do is do a good show and then get off our good show.
That is something. You are going to sit online with a bunch of people who don't care about you and would never stand up for you in real life, and you're going to talk about us.
And then you're going to
all
try,
weekend.
and then you'll drink to try and forget Red Bar. Absolutely.
You guys are gonna. By the way, he thinks I just drink. You're gonna sit there and joke around in a chat room with people who wouldn't even stick up for you in real life. It's like, do you only joke around with people who will stick up for you in real life? Hold on, is that your demographic for your fun show? Over here in our show, it's 9 people chatting who know each other. We all go to the same post office. We share postage stamps. We all would stick up for each other on the streets. We all know each other darn tootin', and we're a community. You're over there in your chat room with people who wouldn't even stick up for you in real life. If you had a tree fall on one of your legs, or a man walked in with some sort of a bow saw and started hacking off your femur. If a man went after you and said he wanted to boil your patella inside of a bunch of broth, I bet if a nuclear bomb went off, they wouldn't even haul your carcass into a lead shield to hunker down with them. You're hanging out with people who don't even know you, who wouldn't even stick up for you in real life. Do you think I need D-Man 69 to stick up for me in real life? Are you guys all right? Do you think I need Cherokee Girl to walk me to my car later? Are you going to be all right? The fuck does that even mean? You're just being mean with people who wouldn't even, stick up for you in real life. Stick up for me? To who? To what?
Bending you over and reaming your asshole. Remember, that's your legacy.
The gay stuff is like peak to him. Like, I feel like he hates women, but he's also homophobic.
No matter how much you try to make it about me, your legacy is you got ass.
So again, like I've been podcasting since podcasting became a blip on the radar. He thinks my legacy. He thinks I'm trying to make my legacy steel toe. First of all, I don't want a legacy. That's gay. He thinks, though, in the past week and 2 weeks, time's flying now. 2 weeks, right? He thinks in the past 2 weeks I got in my head like, finally, a way for me to go out on top. I'll clout chase steel toe, and then my legacy shall be the guy who made it because he followed steel toe to success. Yeah, that's my plan. Really crazy is all he's doing is admitting what a red bar mark he is. Like, what a dork.
I'm a very
All these
charismatic.
people love you or they would not be spending time on you.
I'm a charismatic guy.
Guys, will you please stop loving Aaron so much? Get over it,
They
dorks.
just don't know how to express their love. That's all. See, notice they really shut the fuck up once this starts happening. What happened to all those brave guys? All right, let's watch.
He literally just goes, yeah, I can't. He does that. When he did that today, I was like, what the fuck? This dude goes, I noticed nobody's speaking up in the chat now. Where are all those brave people now? It's like you banned everyone. We were literally, again, do you think there's not a record of this? The 5-hour stream is up on my channel now. We can all watch you ban everyone who says anything you don't like. I haven't read it, but I imagine this chat is just constant scrolling of people, tearing me apart. Again, how will I ever sleep at night? There are people on the internet who don't like everything I do to the nth degree. I guess I'll shut all this down and box it up. Oh, shit. So weird. What a fun show.
You know what? I didn't get to box yesterday, so I'm a little on edge. I think it's what it is. Sean Raz with $10 says, I think some butterflies in the sky could cheer you up. I can't on YouTube. That has to be on Rumble. Oh, boy.
Look at her face.
Dude, smile. Your wife is a dang 10.
Being a 10 doesn't fix anything. It really doesn't.
But now what's
Being a 10 doesn't fix anything. It really doesn't. This was the vibe of the whole show today. This was the vibe. No one's in your room with you guys. You could turn your chat off. Turn your Chad off. And you could just do your show. But you're not, the sad truth of all of it is you aren't talented enough to do that. And you're obviously not emotionally balanced enough to do that. You've got a lot of skeletons in your closet about your past, your marriage, your children. You know that your children shall grow up and Google this and see video after video after video of you handling this so poorly. I will teach my children we can only control what we do. So, if someone's ever in your chat room harassing your internet show, if you're not, sturdy enough in your foundation of a being of, happiness and you're mentally fragile, don't read your chat. Close your chat during your internet show. And sure, don't let your weak-ass wife read it, Because that's going to affect the show. That's going to affect the relationship. This is, your wife's a 10. Being a 10 doesn't fix anything. It really doesn't. Imagine this morning. Imagine this morning when they woke up and had to do the show. They saw Inaloa's live. They were late because of it. They come on with this attitude, 15 minutes of, we're not. It's like, okay. That's all choices you guys are making, and you don't have to read the chat. You don't have to come in with that energy. Like, just figure it out. You claim to be a pro. You claim to be the guy who does a show with topics, yet 9 times a day you stop to ream out the chat, to let good people back in the chat because you acted too hastily and ban them. You know, it's back and forth with you. You're all over the goddamn place. You want to be on Kumia's network? This is a nightmare. This is a nightmare. You're a bumblefuck. Oh, God. I don't know how much more I can watch of them fumble the fuck around and gaslight themselves.
What's the problem? Am I the problem now? Am I shouting? Am I yelling?
I haven't shouted all.
Oh, boy. Dude, smile. Your wife is a dang 10. Yeah.
Being a 10 doesn't fix anything. It really doesn't.
But now what's the problem? Am I the problem now? Am I shouting? Am I yelling?
I haven't shouted all morning.
Have I been upset? Have I been angry?
You kind of came in here cylinders ablaze.
I don't understand.
See? Yeah, you have been upset. You came in here cylinders ablaze. He's been upset all morning.
Was I being
Look at her biting her lips. This is so bad.
Being hostile? I don't know. Check your Twitter. I posted something that will make you happy. No, the Rhino, it's not. No, it's not that. Just everyone. You know what? I'm sorry that I said anything.
Imagine talking in if I talk to somebody in my chat, I try to give everybody who's listening or watching later who's not reading the chat an idea of what we're talking about. He's like, no, it's not that. No, he's okay. It's fine. No, I don't even want to. He wants a big, broad audience, and he thinks that kind of talk. This leaves us all confused. We don't know what you're on about, Doug. Aaron on edge.
One thing I do not.
This is how the show started this morning. Imagine this: firing up your favorite morning show. It's Friday. You know, a lot of radio shows would play like "Smoke 2 joints in the morning." I smoke 2 joints. Not them. They're gonna start the show like this.
One thing I do miss about radio. One thing I do not. There's something about radio where
somebody made a great point. Remember, Aaron was never in radio. He was never in real radio. Never worked for a radio company. You know what I mean?
There's an understanding with the audience. They listen and they get things, and then there's something about the internet where it's very picky. You know what it is? People who listen to the radio aren't nearly as mentally ill and autistic as people on the internet. People on the internet are like, oh, for people who listen to radio go, oh, they're not on Thursdays. Oh, that thing I read must have just been a misprint. They're not on Thursdays. Oh, well, next thing. On the internet.
So the thing that everybody read is your Twitter header and your YouTube header where it says Thursday nights is a show from 7 to 9 p.m. Now, there's not, and apparently there hasn't been forever. But they've never updated the banner. It takes a guy like me to come in and go, hello, Twitch is still on your website. You out of it, fucks. Hello, Kumia. Now, Kumia changed it out of sheer embarrassment, but Steel Toe's not updating their website. That doesn't help them get donations, right? So, Steel Toe is going to do this thing now where you're autistic. And you're an obsessive fan because you sent him a message saying, hey, where's the Thursday night show? Why isn't it up? And he's like, there wasn't one. Obviously, it was the sign in the banner you read that says there's a Thursday night show from 7 to 9 p.m. Obviously, that was wrong, and there is no show, idiots. It'd be like you going to an ice cream place. Sorry to put it in context that I understand. Be like you going to an ice cream place and you going, says you have chocolate chip mint, but I don't see chocolate chip mint. And they're like, yeah, obviously if you don't see it and it says we have it, obviously we don't. It's like, oh, I thought it might be hidden or in the back or something. Obviously, we don't. Like, okay, sorry, Dad. But Aaron's going to make it this thing like you're autistic if you read a sign about when our shows are on and expect it to be on, idiots. It's like, okay, go on.
That it's like, I gotcha. Like, what do you mean? I got you. What do you mean you got me? You said Thursday, and it's Thursday, and you're not here. Well, then clearly that's not something we need to bring up. It's just, I don't.
Hold on. Your sign said there'd be a show Thursday, and it wasn't a show Thursday, and his answer to that is, well, yeah, then that's obviously something we don't need to bring up. It's like, what?
It was a show that day, and what you read was obviously incorrect.
I'll fix it.
Steven says the internet is a shithole most of the time. Amen, brother. You know, I will say this. I hope the numbers are great today. I hope everything picks up today. I hope it's a solid crowd watching the show.
It goes so south from here.
Because we've been doing, for the last couple weeks, some really fucking banger shows.
So the last 2 weeks, and look, she's so full. She knows he's full of shit, yet she's about to co-sign this bullshit. Look at that face. He just said we've been doing a couple weeks of banger shows. It's the most unfocused, trite garbage you've ever seen in your life. I mean, Jesus. We have a watered-down Aaron M. Holt, neutered by this bitch. We have this bitch who never had it to begin with. We've had the most banger shows of the week. Look at that face.
Hope it's a solid crowd watching the show because we've been doing, for the last couple weeks.
Remember that all they do is tell you how good. We've been doing the best. We've been killing it. We've been doing such good shows. Some really fucking banger shows. Some really awesome shows. Banger, man.
And
banger one.
It should be rewarded. Put it that way.
I agree.
David Skywalker says, smile even though your heart is aching. Is your heart aching?
That's our boy David.
Aching, David? Oh, don't have an aching heart. Fucking relax. All right? It's the internet. It's a show. MSO.
Like, I'm nothing. I'm fucking with them. I need to knock it off. I don't care if he stays. It's like, make up your mind. Make up your mind, honey bun. No, all the haters, they can keep on watching. I don't care. Let them come. We're good. Oh, these guys just need to stop. This can stop. It's like you're sending mixed messages. Just like you did to April's ex when you said you weren't fucking her.
Says someone needs a chill pill. Mentally ill is not fixing your banner. No, I'm not talking about you, MSO. I'm talking about your comment just reminded me of something. That's all.
I promise I'll fix it just for you, though.
It's my Twitter. I have to fix it.
I have to make you the new banner.
He got caught yesterday or the day before yesterday using her Twitter, like tweeting from her Twitter. So he controls her Twitter, but she can't get on his. I have to change it. She's like, but I make the banners. She takes out the trash. She makes the banners.
I don't give a shit about a banner. I'll put a fucking picture up. I don't care. Conroy Arnold says.
So look, did you see her reaction to that? Like, this relationship is strained.
That's all.
I promise I'll fix it just for you, though.
It's my Twitter. I have to fix it.
I have to make you the new banner.
I don't give a shit about a banner. I'll put a fucking picture up. I don't care. Conroy Arnold says, April looks sad. Is she okay? Ask her if she's sad or if she's okay. Maybe she is, maybe she isn't. Are you going to kill yourself?
No.
Is that how we're starting off the day today? April looks sad. Oh, I'm ready for this fucking week to be over. Loaded.
There's never been a more real moment. Like, holy shit. If April wasn't with someone, Aaron would not have gone after her. She wouldn't be on the show. Like, why did you put this woman on your show? This is so bad. This is so bad. In what world, in this fucking backwoods cornholes ass brain, Does he think this ever goes well? That this ends nice?
Wrench says Silicon Valley Bank is collapsing right now. I don't know what Silicon Valley Bank is. I don't read enough. Black Ornament says, April, are you okay? Genuinely asking, where the fuck did this come from now?
God, they're so mad. He calls everybody else incensed. I've never been mad watching this show.
I don't know.
Like,
Maybe
what fucking internet retard put something out there that April's sad all the time?
Me. And all I'm using to discern it is body language and speech. That's it. That's the only evidence I have of it.
Is that the new fucking I'm trying to coattail ride off of steel toe angle now?
God, it's just like it's like he spins a wheel every day and or every 2 minutes, and it just lands on a different excuse for him failing to do a show while screaming about how they're doing banger show. This is a merry-go-round of retardation that never stops.
Now, Aaron's depressed. April said.
Yeah, by the way, that Silicon Valley Bank thing was the biggest story of the day. The biggest story of the day. One of the largest bank crashes in the history of the world. And he opens up with a Crowder video that he gets everything wrong about and doesn't really understand what's going on. Moves on to some sports stories that are already out of date and invalid. And in between, it's all just him and April figuring out who to trust in the chat. It's crazy. Dr. Marsh calls in and does a bit where he's drunk and it's great stuff. Really, really great stuff.
Go do your own show. Honest to Christ, go do your own show. I'm sorry that some internet personality held you down and butt-fucked you years ago, and now you're trying really hard to clout chase off of somebody else. But I ain't that
By the way, doesn't that make him gay? We've really got to get these insults down. I'm having a hard time following. I'm having a really tough time following who's gay and why.
The fucker to steal on, because I ain't going to give you the attention. I'm sorry.
Again, this is the beginning of an 11-minute clip. I'm not giving you any attention. It's shut up then, I dare you. Just stop talking about me and just do a show. Just do it. Are you constantly just interrupting your own show to yell about how I can't do a show? Just do a show. Because I can't do a show, because I don't know what I'm doing and I have to watch you. I admit I'm watching a masterclass in broadcasting. You got me. I'm trying to learn. Show me, master. You got me. So I can't do a show. So because I can't do a show, you can't do a show? Because I can't do a show, you can't figure out your show? But you say you do a great show. Banger show.
Sorry, I just ain't. Conroy says she's married to Aaron. I'd be sad too. April does look sad. Yeah, Cheeto's from Florida. You're gone. I'm just in a you're gone kind of mood today.
Fucking hell.
I really am.
Yeah, Galloway fam says he makes it worse by addressing it. That's all I'm saying. The crazy part is that we're telling him how to fucking get around it. He can't. Again, what makes this guy a dope is that he knows the problem and can't fix it. He can't fix his brain. And unfortunately, he's married a Minnesota simpleton that also has a very, dumb and simple brain. So they're both just sitting there with this attitude why would anyone do this to us? It's because you do it to everyone. Accuse me of clout chasing all you want. I don't go after big fucking people all the time. And by the way, I don't consider you a big fucking person. Just because it has gotten me more views and has gotten me more attention doesn't mean this is the reason I did it or what I was seeking. Am I taking advantage of it? Am I using it to get new fans and followers? Of course. I'd be retarded if I didn't. I'd be you with an out-of-date website that can't capture anybody, with bullshit merch, with a watch page that doesn't work, with a contest without rules and regulations. I'd be a lost puppy like you if I didn't know what the fuck I was doing when I get some attention. And I sure am not going to, like, spiral out because I got a bunch of your fucking sour pickle domed idiots in my chat screaming at me. Like, I'm aware you have people who hate me. I don't care. Let them come talk. By the way, when our chat does go members, only a few minutes because we have been doing over 2 hours, letting people run their mouths and say all their little things. It'll be to reward my members who pay the $1.99 a month because I do have a goal. It's to hit 500 members, and this is the first time I'm mentioning it in over 2 hours because I'm not obsessive about it. I'd rather just do a show, make people go, yeah, this is worth $2, and sign up. Fair value for fair product. I'm not constantly looking for super chats and join the membership and go join this other thing and buy shitty merch. And by the way, if I do want you to buy merch, I put some effort into it. I make sure it's quality. You know, everything doesn't have to just be a half-assed grift. You guys are running live events like you figured out merch. You guys are selling merch like you figured out how to do your set. You guys are broadcasting like you figured out how to run a show with your dynamic. It's garbage. It's a garbage fire over here. 15 minutes of opening a show just spiraling like this. This is cringe, dog. Cringe.
Fucking done. The Rhino says, April, you look constipated, but that's none of my business. Well, she probably isn't shitting, right? She's
rubbing her arm.
Mersh's Moby Dick analogy on Nightwave last night was fire. I haven't watched Nightwave yet. I might. Fearless says, are you going to be nice to April next week? Yes, I've been an absolute dick to April. Have I been beating you?
Not until
Have
right
I been
now.
treating you poorly? I'm
Not
sorry.
until this second.
I'm beating you now?
Yes.
Yes, now I'm
Yes,
beating
when I
April.
offer my-
She hates this. She hates this.
help. I'm beaten.
I'm ready to just fucking nuke them all. How's everybody? I heard April is upset. All right, guess what? Fucking out of here. April is nice. She looks upset. Not kidding. Fine. We're all fucking...
I'm a little concerned now.
We're all going to
wasn't
blow
upset.
our heads off, apparently. Oh, my
Wow.
Christ.
Wow.
Mersh broke down the
He asked her if she's going to kill herself. Now they're like, I guess we'll both just blow her out. Like, this is... In what way do you spin this as a win? In what way do you spin this as everything's fine? This is literally the dog on fire meme. This is fine. This is fine.
I don't give a fuck. I really don't. All of this horse shit, honest to Christ, all of this horse shit can go the fuck.
I don't care.
I discovered
My jokes
something
don't go
last
over.
couple
I
of
don't care.
there is a part of me, I think, that
I don't. He does not
because
care.
on radio,
I don't care.
people understand that you're doing a funny comedy show.
On radio,
I understand that on the internet, people are used to shows that don't do a show. They don't do a show. They're just angry.
No, there's plenty of people on the internet who do a show, dummy. That's not what you wanted to be. You wanted to be a guy that just, like, the thing about my show is it's whatever it happens to be that day. Sometimes we have topics. Sometimes for weeks we just do this. And that's probably the reason you've never heard of me and it's not the biggest show. Because most people want a show that stays in a lane and does stuff. I'm not into that. We're going to do whatever we do over here. Right now we're doing this. And I'm fine with that. I'm very aware that if I do this constantly, I'll get more viewers. I'm not retarded. I just don't want to. Sometimes I want to do really, really niche stuff. For the past 3 years, we've been tearing apart the Las Vegas comedy scene. It's very niche. I understand if you've never heard of it over there in Greenville. I don't expect you to, and I don't get mad when you don't get it. Most of the people don't get it here. That's fine. If you can tolerate it long enough to stick around and figure it out, welcome. If not, arrivederci. But doing this thing constantly where he's like, these guys don't get how to do a show. I do a show, and I'm trying to like tell them like this is what you're doing isn't. It's like, fuck, man. Jesus. Like, I've never seen anything like it. On radio, people get that I'm doing a fun show. On the internet, it's like, don't worry about what people get and what they don't get. It's so crazy.
It's upset, not kidding. Fine. We're all fucking...
I'm a little concerned now.
We're all going to
wasn't
blow
upset.
our heads off, apparently. Oh, my Christ.
Oh, my Christ.
Mersh broke down the chair. I don't give a fuck. I really don't. All of this horse shit, honest to Christ, all of this horse shit can go the fuck away. I discovered something the last couple of weeks. There is a part of me.
You have a penis?
I think that misses radio. Because on radio, people understand that you're doing a funny comedy show. I understand that on the internet, people are used to shows that don't do a show. They don't do a show. They're just angry and they do drama and fighting all the time. Silly me, I thought we could do a show where 4 hours of it was really fun and we'd have a great time and be funny.
Do it!
And then, hey, let's pick on a guy for a little bit because their show sucks or they don't do a show where they're not any good. I didn't realize that I'm so...
Bye, plebes.
...that it would cause people to have mental breakdowns and... like try to blow up the world and attack people I know that have nothing to do with it.
So, try to blow up the world, attack people he knows. Again, I've done no such thing. I called. I was very nice to Stonies. I asked if they were aware of you. I asked if they knew you were selling the gift certificates that were meant for prizes, that you weren't giving them away. They were for prizes. Now, you pwned me, right? I got pwned because little did I know you and the, dust-brained, bearded dork Stoney, the pretend biker guy, who runs the saddest nursing home / biker bar I've ever seen committed to internet. I didn't know you guys were buddies. So boy, do I look stupid that he is losing tons of cash, dumping it into your dumb show. Boy, would I hate to be there when Stonies wakes up and realizes you are giving them nothing in return for their money. They get no new customers. If you're ever in Rockville, Maryland, swing by Stonies. It's like, how many people live in Rockville, Maryland that listen to you? Nobody. I'm kidding. I know it's a couple hundred because that's most of your audience, just local, yokel, boomer, dum-dums. So, you got me with the Stonies thing. Like, fuck. But, it's not, there was no, trying to ruin your friend's life. And now you're going to try to sit here and say, again, I said it. I'm not ashamed of anything I've done. Tell anybody where I've show any evidence where I've told anybody to cross a line, report you, do something shady for anything other than you breaking the law, which I didn't even encourage people. I said I wouldn't blame you, and I probably would if I were you, if I'd been scammed. Because fuck you, dog. But you think I'm trying to blow up the world and harm your family. You sound soft, boy. You sound soft as fuck. Show me where I've tried to blow up the world. I don't give a fuck. I hope you never stop broadcasting, you fuck up. I hope you do this until the day you die. Till April's a fucking memory on the pillow next to your head, you fucking dork. Till your kids ask you questions. Why can't you keep a woman, Daddy? I don't know why they're British. I mean, you're a fucking nightmare, dog. In what fucking world? Oh, God, I can't keep up with idiots like this.
I didn't know that that's what would happen. Silly me, I was
He tried to
naive
blow up the
because
world.
on radio, people understand that you're doing a funny comedy show. I understand that on the internet, people are used to shows that don't do a show. They don't do a show. They're just angry and they do drama and fighting all the time.
The lumping together of every show on the internet. I know on the internet, every show's just fighting. Again, no, you picked a world to be in with your heroes, O and A. And you thought you could hang. And then we handed you an instrument, and it was like, oh, no, this guy can't play in the band. He doesn't vibrate at the same frequency we do. He's kind of a dork. These guys try to blow up the world.
Silly me, I thought we could do a show where 4 hours of it was really fun. We'd have a great time and be funny. And then,
again, I've been watching this guy 2 weeks. I've never seen that happen. When does that happen?
Let's pick on a guy for a little bit because their show sucks or they don't do a show where they're not any good. I didn't realize that I'm so fucking good at it that it would cause people to have mental breakdowns and...
this is the most projecting I've ever seen. No one else is spiraling. No one else is having a mental breakdown. Again, pull up the footage of me just, aside from comedically yelling, pull up the footage of me losing it, not being able to. This is every show, dog. Multiple times a show. Your wife frowning while you scream about how you're the best. She's going to figure out you're not.
Try to blow up the world and attack people I know that have nothing to do with it. I didn't know that that's what would happen.
Blow up the world. Again, I'm a very nice, respectful guy. I have boundaries and lines. God forbid the day someone gets a hold of your dorky ass and plays with you until the death. I've done jack shit to you, pussy. You're a fucking pussy. This is the most Baby Shark shit I've ever seen. Man, there's a reason your girl's drying up as we watch it. Go back and do yokel radio, motherfucker. Go back to handing out bumper stickers at the video store on the afternoon drive. That's where you belong. I didn't know everybody on the internet was just doing an angry show. Yeah, everybody on the internet's doing it. We're the angry ones. We're the ones spinning around in an office chair at a folding table while our wife literally falls out of love with us.
Silly me, I was naive, whatever. But one thing I miss about the radio is people understood it was entertainment.
Imagine trying for 3 weeks and growing that fucking beard and wearing a harness around your tits and trying to be, tell everybody else how to be masculine.
It's just a band of retards. And you're better than the band of retards, but the band of retards are too much like chimps and they just go, and you're like, shut the fuck up.
But he likes Mersh and he's friends with Mersh, right? They're buddies. It's like Mersh looked like every other show where they're just playing clips and I wish everybody could just be normal like Mersh. Mersh and me are the only ones who do a show.
Oh, God. You got to teach these fucking people how to do shows. And
Show us how to do it. Show us with your social blade. Show us with your numbers. All your clips are down. Your live show numbers are down. A guy for a goof with no followers or listeners for a joke today got more metrics than you. Who cares? You think it's hard, dummy? We did it today for a laugh.
To teach these people how to do programming and how to do entertainment, and all they do is, we could just yell and scream about the same people for 3 years, and it's like
she keeps looking over at him, going that's what we're doing. We're yelling and screaming about the same people 5 times a show. Knock it off, Aaron. I think she might even be smarter. she might be sitting there going like, stop talking about them. And like, he can't, but she's not allowed to have a say in the show. And he knows, she knows he'll just slap her down again, you know?
It fucking sucks. Like, these people are fucking terrible. And then the people come into your chat and they're like, oh, you look sad, you look upset, you look this, you look that. And I'm like, I wasn't until you started being autistic at me.
Oh, no. Now he's making fun of aughts.
I don't like you. I'm sorry. Lip Ripper with $5 says, my toe is steel. It is very, very steel. All right.
I'm steel. I'm very, very steel.
Sometimes you just got to start a show by yelling at people. But apparently April's sad. She doesn't feel good. She's done, whatever.
She just keeps sighing. He keeps repeating all this stuff. Why would you let it go? Let it go.
Would you like to tender your resignation today because you're too sad?
Jesus Christ, I didn't start my day this way.
Are you too?
Any of you?
Are you sad? I mean,
I am now.
Apparently, you're remarkably sad.
Yes, I am. I am terribly sad. Everything.
So they woke up. They saw the onions were live, and they were like, "Oh boy, this might be a tough one." They watched a little bit. They were like, "Fuck yeah, they're waiting for us. We got to go on. We'll just go on and be like, ha, they're waiting for us to fail, but we're not gonna let it bother us." And then do 9 jokes about suicide and quitting the show and wishing it was over and wanting the weekend to start. Am I summing it up?
Thing is over.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, maybe, Grinch Girl, thanks. Get on. Yeah, we got mods in here for a reason. Let's get to fucking work. What do you say? Oh, I had a great show today. Now I'm going to go back to bed, I think. I'm done with this fucking show shit, I think. I think I'm a little burnt out. Sandboy says, I hate today now. Yeah, so do I. Veldrain with $5 says, I have a mental breakdown every time I don't see my specific gender at a public restroom. I don't want to, just fucking trauma patients. Fucking trying to make me part of their world. I'm tired of your horse shit. Don't forget to count the mood. Did I miss your, I'm sorry, buddy. Where was the mood? Oh, $6. He says, it's okay. Let's go. I would rather burn this fucking thing down to like 400 people at a time and just restart there than deal with shithead retards trying to chase my coattails and clout chase off of me. I know.
I'd rather make the show really small than have anyone try to clout chase me. It's like, what?
Our show grew a remarkable degree from last May to now. And I understand when it goes from where it was last May.
Because you were bullying shows and making clips and nobody fought back. You were bullying everybody and getting their fans clout chasing.
Get remarkably jealous. People get remarkably jealous. They're sad it didn't happen to them.
God, I wish I would be like... Yeah, I found Steel Toe, waited till Chad got in a fight with him, and then pretended to organically... Oh, look at Steel Toe.
And they try to grab onto the coattails. But honest to Christ, it's pathetic. It's really fucking sad. Turtle with $5 says, Ant warned about the pest back in the day. Love you guys. Promise, Aaron, I'll send the Crowder mug. Steel Toe forever. Maximilian, I'm not letting...
Yeah, Ant warned you about doing a show with your spouse. Kevin Brennan warned you about doing a show with your spouse. I warned you about doing a show with your spouse. I'm telling you, it's not a good idea. I don't care if you think you're different, you're better. No. We really get along. She's like one of the guys. She ain't. It doesn't even matter if she is. It doesn't matter if you're 2 guys. If you're married or dating, don't be on a show together. I'm telling you.
Them get the best of me at all. I'm moving on from that horse shit, and people want to hang on to me for dear life. People are upset that I found the loophole to get out of all this horse shit, and then they go, no.
Hold on, there's a loophole to get out? We're all trapped? Is the loophole to get out saying that you're out of it every day, but continuing to do an hour on it?
Come back. No, come back. Please come back. And I'm like, shut the fuck up and get out. You know what I feel like? It's yelling at children is what it is. Don Lemonzade's attaboy. Benton with $10 says, it's me, Benton J.A. Don't delete me, bro. Thank you, pal. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. 310 away for today. Granny loves anal. Thank you. Yeah, I think my sponsor, here's what pissed me off. My fucking sponsor getting blamed for an assault. And then, call his sponsor, call this, call that.
So again, all these people have broken brains. Mersh and Kevin Brennan and this guy. So I think what really pissed me off is blaming my sponsor for an attack. It's like, no one blamed your sponsor for an attack. No one. That's your dumb brain making a connection and getting mad about something that didn't happen. I said this guy was in Florida. He was down in Florida for days. The attack happened, and then 9 hours, 10 hours later, he's back in Minneapolis. And I was like, what a weird coincidence. I would err towards the side that, no, that's not it. I'd be remiss to find that information out and not bring it up. That the guy Chad just shit on happened to be down in Florida when the attack happened and then split town. No one blamed him for shit. You need to take the fucking tampons out, you little soft bitch. You need to take the tampon. Like, you're a soft little bitch girl. We're worried about April. I don't think you have the fucking fortitude for this. Your guy was in Florida. He hates Chad. Chad's been calling him and talking about him on his show. And then this happens. Just facts. Just facts. Nobody's saying he did it. Nobody has any proof that he did it. Nobody's running with the assumption that he did it. Nobody. It's interesting, and it's on the list now. April's ex-boyfriend lives in Fort Myers, Florida, which is much closer than Key West or, Do I think April's I haven't revealed that information to you guys yet. Sorry. Do I think April's ex-boyfriend hunted down Chad and got, No! Do you think that guy's going to be like, he accused me of doing it? No, you're soft. You're a baby. You knee-jerk react. You're emotional. It's why this is happening to you. You're a fucking bitch. Your girl's a bitch. You're a bitch. And together you're like mega bitch. Because she won't even let you go hard like you want to, you fucking tough radio alpha dog. No. She's got your fucking chain. She's holding you back while she's crying. Ah! You're weak. You little bitches. Again, not that you can't take anything we can throw at you. No one's throwing anything at you. We watched your show. Like, yeah, but you watched it zoomed in. Guilty, Your Honor. I'd love to see the list of crimes I've done against you. Said you're dorks and watched your show. Said you're running a scam and watched your show. Said you're committing crimes and watched your show. They're trying to nuclear bomb the world, and they're after our families, and they're after our sponsors' families. No one is. No one is. You're, say it with me, a bitch. It's the same thing I said with the... Guys, this isn't new. I said it with all the Chad stuff. Remember when Chad was pounding his chest going, yeah, bitch, mess with the mud sharks. That's what you get. And I was like, what's what you get? Mentioning he has children? And the same thing, Aaron's on the other side going like he went too low. By mentioning you have children, this is bitch shit. This is bitch shit. No one's doing anything to you. And a matter of fact, when they do, I fervently stand up against all that. Don't go to his house. Don't take pictures. Don't fuck with his... Don't call his phone. Don't harass April on her way to the mall, down to the Fashion Bug to pick up a new T-shirt to wear. By the way, we're starting a new Twitter. It's already up. that keeps track of every shirt Aaron wears every day and a running total of how many times he wears it. That's fun. That's fun. That's funny. And you'll go, they're into my personal life. It's publicly available information. That's a funny use of technology. The Aaron M. Holt steel toe shirt tracker. Jesus, that's fucking funny. I'll be retweeting it later. Everybody follow it. That's fucking funny. Ugh, too far. Apparently your fucking dresser is too far to get a new shirt. And by the way, since we mentioned how you wear the same shirts every day, you haven't repeated a shirt. And then today you wear this girdle shirt. You try to change your graphics. You've tried everything we mentioned you do. Instead of just being like, I mean, dude, you're a fucking nightmare, bro. It's so fucking funny. It's so fucking funny.
Fuck you. Like, that's some real dog shit. That's some real bullshit move. Because that's a desperation that you can't do a fucking show. You have no fucking talent. And you certainly don't deserve my fucking attention. That's for sure. So that's about, you're not going to get a direct naming from me. That's going to be about it.
April does it later, though. She's like, Melton, we would have been on your side. Like, again, do I look like a bitch? Don't answer that. On my side for what? Oh, in the war that you still think is going on with Rabbit Bar. Like what? You know, I don't know. You and Bra and Diapers are going to team up and get me? What's wrong with you? What happened? What happened to you? Don't let people spin you out like this. You know, if it's not even going to be for comedic effect, you'll see me do spin outs all the time. Try to make them a little energized and funny. You're just like, you're having a little melt. This is a little melty. A Melton meltdown. That's what you're having. You're having one, though. This feels like a show to me. You certainly don't deserve my attention yet. He watched all 10 hours. I mean, he's probably watched all 50.
Oh, Ted Tigger.
Making April watch him, too. She's like, I want to watch Marvel movies. And he's like, we got to watch Melton. It's really the only reason I do it, because he's got to comb through them all to find. Again, imagine if I did that to anyone. Like, if you made 20 hours of content, 50 hours of content about me, if I combed through it all. I assume it's all this, making fun of me. It's great. It's great. Like, go for it, man. Go for it. I can't do anything about it.
In charge with $20. Thank you. Chris Young still says Thursday morning goal. I'm sorry. There you go. I just, you know what? I didn't get to box yesterday, so I'm a little on edge. I think it's what it is. Sean Raz with $10 says, I think some butterflies in the sky could cheer you up. I can't on YouTube. That has to be on Rumble.
We already did that. All
right. You start to get a little fatter.
Yep.
You start to get a little more depressed.
Maybe your retirement's not working out the way you thought it would.
Yeah, exactly. Now you got to fucking stream 8 times a day, you know, just so you can retire, perhaps. Oh,
so I don't know if this is like a shot at me. I guess. Like, I'm all but retired, dog. I'm 43 and I'm like done. So now they're going like, I guess when you're older, you have to stream 8 times a day, which, again, I stream 1 time, 10 hours, not 8 times a day. And by the way, you stream out 6 hours a day every day. But now streaming a lot is desperate? What's happening, honey? You keep changing the rules. You keep changing the excuse for what I'm doing. Either am I mad about somebody? Am I desperate? Do I need the money? Now I need the money for retirement, guys. Now I need the money for retirement? Oh, it's a dig at Levy? Like, what the fuck?
You start to get a little fatter.
Yep.
You start to get a little more depressed.
Maybe your retirement's not working out the way you thought it would.
Yeah, exactly. Now you got to fucking
says factory girl, you know,
stream 8 times a day, you know, just so you can retire, perhaps. Oh, what a terrible existence. Yeah, it's apparently exercise is the way to go for that.
I completely agree with that. If anyone,
great story. What is this? Zumock versus Steel Toe. Cardiff Electric, that potato loves Steel Toe. I can't play these, I don't think. All right, let's do the boxing. Let's get into some boxing. Where's Chad's match?
A disqualification, and we got
Danny Duggan laying it on again on D'Lo. D'Lo on the wrong end of a beating.
Oh God, that's him. He's wearing his Steel Toe shirt.
that ring bell not doing much. It looks like Danny Duggan.
Aaron, you got to get in the ring. You got to do something.
Smartly not getting physical.
So this is Aaron without his glasses.
With Danny Duggan.
He's not a wrestler. He's just an enforcer.
A quick end here. Danny Duggan headed to the showers. He's heading back up north.
Let's go.
Is there anything sadder than local wrestling? Like, it's cringe enough when it's like in a real professional arena and everybody's just kind of going along with it and it's like got all the production and stuff, but this is like they're still like, and remember, he's the guy who goes like, they do all the pro wrestling stuff. We don't do pro wrestling stuff over here.
It's a tag match.
Teddy Long, eat your heart out. The system is suited up. He can't. Come on now.
Get physical. It's one thing to want to watch the back. One of the best. Oh. Maybe
why is M-Hole in here? Why is he in the ring?
Because D'Lo just putting it on the system. Clothesline from Aaron. Throwing his body at the system. Danny Duggan finally entered the ring. Takes a kick from D'Lo.
A little steel toe of his own here.
Double clothesline.
Double back elbow.
So when they say the new logo, it is that explosion ashtray looking logo, that round logo with the explosion and the boot and the YouTube URL. That is their logo. That's the new logo. And they think they're going to embroider that on a hat. Sorry, just wanted to let that sit.
Danny Duggan did not sign up for this, Beard.
No. Singles.
Oh,
Singles.
no.
So this is clearly not Aaron's boxing, but this might be better.
Looked like
wrestling.
A double suplex.
What a pear-shaped nothing. I mean, I'm a fat piece of shit. Let's not pick on...
Realizing that things have fallen apart here for him. The best laid plan he had for him in the system, and things have fallen apart.
And now pulling the system out and a hug on the outside. Saving his good buddy. You may have thought that Danny left him out to dry there, but no. No, he came in there, saved his friend, And now they're having a little council here on the outside.
Rick No Flair over here.
Shot to the gut. System now in trouble.
Bert Kreischer's here.
Is just running him over. Aaron blocking Danny Duggan's attempts to throw him into the ring. Head and Danny Duggan is
picking up that violin. Oh no.
And Aaron doing the smart thing. He's going.
All right, I want to watch the Bub interview. That's pretty lame.
I don't think he's on the air right now, but if he is,
I don't know anything about this guy.
If he is, we might have to get for a show for live.
Well, what show would he be on?
He does like a show for at work, and then he does a raunchier show.
Well, I'm gonna have to get the.
Yeah, you'll get the Steel Toe Joe update.
Yeah,
that's what this is all about.
Right.
Hello.
Hey, Joe, it's Bubba.
Joe. Who's Joe?
Hey, listen, buddy, don't start trying to shtick me up. Don't.
It's Aaron.
Oh, okay. I didn't. Is that your real name, Aaron?
Yes, Aaron's my real name, Bubba.
Okay, so I'm just saying, I don't know. I just know you as what your radio program that got you in trouble is, and so I didn't know what your real name is. So I'm
my name on the show was Aaron too.
Well, what was the show? Something to do with the Steel Toe Morning Show?
Yeah, that's my show. Oh no, did they put my name as Joe? I don't mind that they totally buried me in the whole thing. I just wanted them to get my name right.
All right. So is your name Aaron?
My name is Aaron.
All right, and you're the host, or you were the host of the Central Minnesota Morning Show, correct?
Yeah, the Steel Toe Morning Show was and is, mine. Correct.
Okay, hosted by you, Aaron.
Yeah.
And now, where is your radio history? Where are you? Where did you come from, Aaron? Like where did you start? Where are you? Where I think you were just in Central Michigan. I mean Central Minnesota.
No. I was born and raised in the north suburbs of Minneapolis, and then I went to school. I started in Litchfield, Minnesota, which is basically a farming community in central Minnesota. Went to Wilmer, which is another one, and then over to St. Cloud, over to Rockin' 101, and had a lot of success there until the day that I had to leave.
Wow, so he's never been at a real station. He's never really done it. Jesus, this guy's just been on a corn pole his whole life. You hear that, corn pole? What's that guy's name? Corn pole.
Aaron, before all that happened, did you have like a podcast or Twitch? Did you have anything established, or did you do all that after they forced you to leave?
We actually did a really cool thing. We had a company that had their head up their ass the entire time and didn't know what we were doing in the morning. Basically, they had a show on. They had a syndicated show on that wasn't doing well. I think they were like in 12th place. And they made a deal with me.
So he's not answering the question he was asked. Like, he's so bad at interviewing, too. Like, Jesus. Like, answer the question he asked. We actually had an interesting thing.
This company was not known for spending money. Kind of a family radio company that had been around for 50 years. Ran it out of their shirt pocket. And they told us, come on aboard. We'll let you run all the sales. We'll let you run all the marketing. We'll let you just kind of do what you want. And they gave me a pittance up front, but I got to do all the sales. So that's where, we really got to be very lucrative.
He asked you if you had a Twitch and stuff before you were fired. That was the question. Did you do anything on the internet before you were fired? They let us come in and run the sales and the ads and this guy's a dork. Answer the question.
After a while, and we just started doing things,
now,
nobody ever checked on us.
How long were you, at Rockin'
Hit the like button. Give us a stretch.
6 years this past August, so almost 6.5 years.
All right, and you probably were considered kind of the shock jock of the community, so to speak. I've kind of watched a little bit of your stuff. And it's Bubba Howard, man cow ish kind of. Am I kind of right?
We were. You name the shows from back then. I'm 33. It was Howard, and of course you were on in the afternoon at Sirius for a while there. And then I hate to say this, Bubba, this has been a real. We've struggled. We've really fought with this. We were also Opie and Anthony fans, and all I remember you saying about Opie and Anthony was, those nerds.
Yeah,
And
you
so
know,
it was really-
but hold on. You're right. In the midst of the battle, I did, but I've since befriended both of them, and I'm trying to do a show with Opie, so I got a lot of respect for those guys. You know, I mean,
You're trying to do a show with Opie?
Good.
Yeah, I am trying to do a show with Opie.
Oh,
yeah.
shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, can the Clement Kush franchise still be alive even if you go with Opie?
Yeah, oh, yeah, I can do Bubba and Opie and Bub and Kush.
All right.
You know, I mean,
and the painting?
And the painting.
Okay.
You know, and whatever. So, Aaron, you know, you probably had some. I mean, I've watched and listened to a little bit of your show, and you kind of got that, you know, male skewing rock, edgy, say it like it is kind of delivery, and I think that's kind of what you did. While at Rockin' 101, right? I mean, did you come right out of the box this abrasive, or did you graduate into it like we all do?
No, I was pretty much abrasive right off the bat. I mean, our biggest thing was, and we always said this, whenever people got upset, whenever there were letters, whenever our sponsors were getting called.
Here we go.
It's like, we're sitting here, we just like to make fun of people and make fun of each other. That's it. We basically, radio is so bad and radio is so awful that we just said, I want to do a show that I would listen to. And that's what we did. And I mean, when we left just a couple of weeks ago.
Radio is so bad. Radio sucks. I just want to do a show where we make fun of people. Compare that to now where he's like, guys, we don't do all this back and forth picking on people. We do a fun show. We have content. We have stories. Fun. I miss radio. What happened? Because this 2 years ago, Aaron hates radio and it sucks, and we just want to make fun of people. What happened? 3 weeks ago when I met you, you only wanted to tear people apart. What happened? What happened, though?
Go here. I mean, men 18 to 34, we were doing 40 shares, and we were number one, 12 plus. I mean, we were at the top of the world. We'd never been higher in that market, and
you got fired over just what you said on the air. That there was nothing else going on behind the scenes, and I think Bubba has the audio, but it seems ridiculous to get fired over that.
Well, she played the bullying deal. That's where this girl flanked you, so to speak. The telethon for Johnny. But
my family has a pig roast every year. I never broadcast a single one of them.
Yeah, you're a better man than me, my friend, because I actually was in handcuffs for
like that. When I heard this, I went, I think we're in trouble here. They go, okay, here's what we need you to do. Stay off social media for the week and the weekend. Just disappear. And I went, shit. And then,
did you?
I did. What I did was the next day. See, that night, my girlfriend and I were starting to devise a plan that we've been doing for a while. We had Twitch when we were on the radio. I own the copyright to the Steel Toe Morning Show. It's all mine. The Twitch channel was all mine. And we were doing good numbers on there. We're like, with the audience we have here, we can do this online and probably do better, which we are so far, fingers crossed. So I start thinking, man, I really don't want them to bring me back. Wednesday, they came to me and said, you own the Steel Toe Facebook page. You own the Twitch. We want control of that. We'll bring you back, but you have to give us all of that. And in my mind, that was it. I went, you guys could delete those pages, burn me down, fire me, and I got no way to talk to my audience.
They were basically, well, not only that, but they were trying to, whatever you could monetize, be able to take it and, take that away from you.
Right, they were. And that's when I just wrote back to them. I said, I'd like to offer my resignation as long as I'm compensated for, the commissions and the salary I have coming. I won't defame the company, anything like that. We'll walk away.
Have you got a hold of her?
I wrote to them once and apologized and said, hey, if you really were hurt by it, then, I wasn't trying to hurt your feelings, right? We're having fun on the radio. We're busting balls. She was coming back at us. She was saying, oh, we got a show picking on us. They're doing a show from their basement, just a bunch of little boys. And we're like, oh, we're in their mom's basement. Yeah, podcasters in their mom's basement. It's like, oh, we're having fun. Okay, let's have some fun.
You're like, we're dancing here. Let's dance. Right?
That's what I thought. Bubba, you and I are both wrestling fans. I thought we were working.
With you, and then we'll move on. Laser, we're going to drive this.
I'm not a wrestling fan. I've been involved in wrestling as well.
You love wrestling, Bubba. What are you talking about?
I am a fan, but I've also been part of the business a little bit, too, so don't fanboy me out there, Steel Toe.
But that's why you got in the business, is because you were a fanboy.
Don't fanboy me out, my friend. Come on now.
Eric Stone says it's hilarious the whole we're doing better now. They have under 1K views on most videos and have under 10K on subs. And they're going backwards on subs now. They get donations, but that's all they have. They work 40 hours a week. He said the company wanted his pay or he would defame the company.
Hold on, I'm listening to some of this.
Is what we're going to do. Fish, he's a smart guy. He doesn't have this sassiness that this Heather does. We will yank
it looks like now, Seth, you got to be afraid of women too. Like you can't even like have fun at a woman's expense. Like even under the guise of competition. Now this isn't some woman that's working at Target. This isn't a school. This is a woman that is your immediate competition, right?
Right.
Now,
yeah,
so
and not only. Yeah, go ahead.
But like the new Seth, the Vanderbilt kicker, the girl that's kicking.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if she was to go and kick and slouch it off, and then the defense came in, are they supposed not to tackle her because she's a girl?
It looked like everybody kind of left her alone when she went for her extra point kick. Yeah.
Can you imagine if you were the middle linebacker that went and clotheslined her? How cool that would be.
Yeah, I know.
Hold on,
out of her. We will yank this sassiness and her soul out through a microphone. She's finished.
Now, Aaron, what did you say? What did you say? When you go to their Facebook page, go there and write post and say, "Oh my God, I can't believe that Heather has used the N-word in her private time." That's not now. See, Aaron, that's not cool.
Geez.
Now, see, that's where you kind of probably jumped the shark.
Right, but Bubba, again, before and after we disclaimed, we went, this would be a stupid thing. This would be funny if we did this. And then afterward going, now, of course, she doesn't use the N-word, but it's just a silly thing. Like, it was so chopped to hell, and we were being so stupid. I can understand where you hearing
in
it.
2020, he thinks the N-word. Remember, this guy thinks gay and the N-word are like, this is so juvenile. It's like this is the best his brain can do for comedy. The N-word and gay. Like, this is really all these guys have.
Like that, you would go, is this guy out of his goddamn mind? But we were being so dumb.
And again, did you guys disclaim after you said that the long disclaimer where you're like, listen, we know she doesn't use the N-word. She's a great, maybe you should have talked about how hot she was. I think you could have.
Oh, Bubba.
Radio a few weeks ago.
Oh my God, if I would have known the support we had and the audience that would have come with us and what they were willing to do for us and the advertisers that came with, I would have done this a long time ago. But, sometimes you need to be shoved out of it.
If I would have known the advertisers that come with going online with Steel Toe, we have a towing company. We have an armory. And we have Stoney's Bar and keys made while you wait.
The nest to take that chance. You become complacent at these stations. You got good numbers. Yep. The money's coming in. Now we're doing this, and
I was making millions in regular radio, and it all came to an abrupt stop with some stupid shit that I did, which forced me to do what I'm doing, similar to what you're doing, and it's a
your wife fuck Hulk Hogan.
It's of course I'm not making the kind of money I did. But I'm doing pretty well. I'm surviving with the staff in my own building and my own studio. So
and Bubba, he was smart. He got in before, he had the Twitch and everything going before he got fired or whatever. He resigned. Right. So that was smart. We talk about that all the time. That guys aren't thinking ahead.
Radio guys, our fellow radio brethren, are not necessarily.
That's why we're gonna get going on Rumble here soon. So we're ready to roll for prize night.
Fired because it's coming. Yeah. It's coming. The Beasleys, the Cox, the iHearts, the Intercoms, the Cumuluses, they don't want anybody.
The time we got to jump in and hope it works up like that. And I took that down, and I didn't say anything mean, but I took it down. And in my mind, I was like, you know what? I tried to give you something. I'm not blaming Heather for it, but I was never a man cow guy. I was never a be number one. They're going to be doing great. So I think a lot of those guys were texting me privately, saying, hey, thanks for really eating this one for us. We really appreciate it.
What the fuck just
Did your chair break?
No, your picture fell.
That's what kind of got us excited. We went, ooh, all right. But we do a show at night, and they've been really coming in there. A lot of Bubba Army emotes and all that stuff.
What kind of fucking models you're blasting nowadays, but she's pretty hot.
Yeah, no, I definitely, I will own up to a lot of things, and one of the things I will own up to is I definitely screwed that one up. She's a lot better looking than we gave her credit for, but the point was, it really takes the edge off it, Bubba, when you're hammering someone and go, oh gosh, she's really good looking.
Well, maybe not. You're fucking. Hold on, but that's where you're being a rookie right now, Aaron. You fucking hammer her, and then MS guy comes in and says, you know what? Help me out here.
Oh, God, I don't even remember. It's Fish and Heather.
Just type in Heather.
God, I'm pretty thirsty on her.
God, Bubba, you wrap up a call like a fucking.
Swerve us the minute you talk to this girl.
No, I'm not talking to her. She'll never.
Genuine.
Yeah, maybe I could do you guys could go on a little street.
Fuck the industry.
Pretty much it.
And I met what the fuck I.
Pretty much it. Little bit of background information in there, though. That's for sure. I gotta pee. We've done 3 hours, and again, I'm not going to be releasing any info tonight about what the PI has told me. Again, my last plea. This will probably be it because I will be talking about it all in the coming days. I know what's going on. I don't know everything, but to the person or people who know that I know what's going on, and again, you can think I'm full of shit, whatever. There's a private investigator. There's more coming in as well. But I know what I know, and if you know me, you know that I know what I know. Get in touch. We'd like to clear this up as soon as possible, but we will be releasing it. Thank you guys so much. Hit the like button, join the Overdose, join the channel, and thanks for everything. There's so much to still be posted on the YouTube. That'll get you through the weekend, I hope. Okay, everybody? Go have yourselves a nice time. Imagine what Aaron and April are doing right now. Do better than them, okay? Thank you.
Your manner is most unbecoming of a gentleman. Would you be high on cigarettes?
What's happening?
I don't know if the comedy has
What's happening? Why is it all fucked? That's the worst ending to a show. I've never had an ending to a show like that bad. This has all got to be redone now. I've got to shut everything down. Thank you, guys. I'm going to fucking kill myself. I'm not. Don't send a wellness guy.